name is Carly Morris. I was an athlete for Alton Central School. My favorite sport was basketball. Had great coaches all the years through who really taught me integrity and loyalty and trust. One of my best memories of playing basketball in high school was the summer of my sophomore year. I was chosen along with some other New Hampshire athletes to go overseas and play in Holland at a college campus over there. It was exciting, nerve-wracking all at the same time. This jersey is meaningful to me because this is what I got to wear representing USA as a high school student. It was an amazing experience. If I didn't have sports to fall back on, I mean, who knows where I would have, ended up, what direction I would have taken.
It seems like leaders were destined to be so, born with confidence, blessed with talent, graced with wisdom. That's how they might seem, but it's not how they're made. Leadership takes practice and discipline and critical thinking. It's not a gift, it's a choice, and it starts here. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
Wyndham and Winnicott. And in this race, Pinkerton is the heavy favorite. They've got over a 30-second cushion, in theory.
The question is, do they use all their studs on this?
Exactly, and I would say that I would have to guess no.
Well, they do have a lot of cushion. Pinkerton is the favorite today to win the team title on the girls' side, really on both sides.
Pinkerton is out to the early lead, followed by Alvern, but they're still pretty bunched up. 100 meters in, Pinkerton to the front. Portsmouth coming around to join the lead. Actually take the lead.
Today we're not going to say much about Tiefers, really. We're going to say everything about what's happening because everything's been building up to today.
That is absolutely true.
37 seconds through the first 200.
That's 5-minute mile pace. Portsmouth trying to run away with this. Opening up about a 5-meter gap.
They kind of do this. I mean, Stan Lyford's a master of figuring out where to score points, but then if he has a shot at a relay, he really does value
Pinkerton
the
back
relays.
around into second place. Followed by Alvern. Winnicott.
Not very fast. 72
north,
seconds through, 2:24
BG,
pace.
Dover, south. What did they come through?
They're about 2:24 pace. Not crazy fast.
Not crazy fast, but with that said, they're looking at a 12-meter lead at the moment.
Oh, yeah. Also, if you're just tuning in, we have a separate live feed of the shot put hosted by Bob Mullen of Merrimack Valley. He knows a little bit about the throws.
Yeah.
We will have the high jump and long jump raw feeds uploaded right after the meet.
Looks like the early exuberance has
tell you what,
make it for a tough last lap, but she's hanging tight.
Portsmouth came in ranked 4th in this. Alvern, who is currently in 3rd, was ranked 2nd. But the 4x8 is that distance relay. You never know what's going to happen.
No, that's true. And Alvern is cutting into that lead. Portsmouth should take the handoff first, but it's not going to be by a lot. They're going to take it pretty much even here. All right.
Handing off right around 2:30.
2:31 through half. Or through
Alvern
the
right
first
at him.
leg, I should say.
2:37 for their lead-off legs here. 2:40 north.
We got a nice tight battle at the front with Portsmouth and Alvern. Alvern riding right off the back of Portsmouth's shoulder.
He handed off right at 2:30, right? So 10 flat pace.
Pinkerton, Winnicott, South.
Got to keep in mind, too, that the top 6 times from today through both Division I and Division II meets
Go on to New England.
qualify for New England's. And if you want to get in a fast heat, you got to run a fast time because this is the seed.
Yep. So Pinkerton is cutting into that lead.
Winnicott is 4th. South is going 6th because Dover now is moving into 4th. Might not see that on your screen. Dover's making a big move.
Portsmouth starting to stretch a little, but Pinkerton is making up the difference at this moment.
Oh, Pinkerton looks good. She might win this leg.
Yeah, she's fixed on them.
Dover is making a big move, and they have a great strong team as it is.
They do, and my understanding is they're actually going to be using Isabel McIntyre for 4 events today in order to try to sneak in as high as they can. Everything is kind of tightened up at the front, and Dover has made some inroads on. Dover's only 20
Second
meters
leg,
off the lead.
4x8. Look at Pinkerton.
Wow, Pinkerton took off with 1 lap to go. For a moment, it looked like maybe Pinkerton had gone too early trying to make up all that gap, but they're now securely in second, but Dover is still moving. Portsmouth with about 10 meters. Then Pinkerton with about 5 over Alvern, and Dover's climbing right onto the back into 4. Portsmouth will lead at the handoff
It's about 10-10 pace.
6 through the first half of this race. Pinkerton second, Alvern, Dover.
We're going to want a bogey if they want to make the fast heat at New England's.
And I looked over and see who's anchoring for Dover, and it is Isabel McIntyre.
It is?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
I had heard that.
Let's welcome Landon Valancourt to the broadcast.
Landon, you've had some great experiences here.
Yes,
Not
I
quite
have.
as great as Rory, but you've had some.
Not quite as great. Couple
Portsmouth
times.
goes through the first lap on leg 3 with a significant lead. Pinkerton followed right by Alvern and Dover, and then South. Portsmouth's third leg is opening this up. We've got 25 meters or so. Halfway through this, well, not quite halfway through this leg, but.
Also know that relays today, the winners get the All-State.
You are All-State if you win.
Portsmouth's going for it. They've opened up their lead.
They had 30 meters.
Yeah.
Alvern right on the back of Pinkerton. Dover right behind that.
Pinkerton has a good anchor leg too, by the way. If they keep it close, this could be pretty good.
Yes.
Who's that anchoring for Portsmouth?
Portsmouth has a lap and a half to go. It looks like they're flat out.
If Pinkerton can
Pinkerton and
eat
Alvern
this away
are
a little bit.
closing up the gap a little bit. Pulling away from Dover. Pinkerton holds about 25-meter lead with 1 lap to go in this leg. Dover in 4th. Nashua South tracking them. Then we have BG, North, Winnicott, and holy
Strong
smokes, with 100
move.
meters
Second and
left in
third,
this leg.
catching Portsmouth.
Pinkerton and Alvern closing up on Portsmouth. This
Can
is
they get
tightened
around
up
to
in
it?
the last 100 meters. And they're going to take it. Portsmouth,
It's going to be Portsmouth with the
Pinkerton,
handoff.
Alvern, like 1, 2, 3. They're all super tight. Isabel McIntyre waiting the handoff in fourth, but she's going to take it with half a track down. It's a lot to make up, followed by South. So Portsmouth maintains the lead, followed right and back by Pinkerton, and then Alvern. Be interesting to see how they play this, whether or not they're just going to sit on Portsmouth the whole way, or whether or not they're going to make a hard move halfway through or something.
And it looks like Pinkerton's going to make a move.
Making the move, no sense waiting, I guess, if you feel like you got it.
Portsmouth staying behind.
So it's now
with
Pinkerton,
Alvern.
Portsmouth, Alvern, 300 meters into the final leg. Looks like Dover has decided not to try to chase the front, preserve fourth.
Pinkerton's creating a small gap here.
2 laps to go. Pinkerton 8:55. Then it's Alvern and Portsmouth. Dover in fourth, followed by South, North, Girton, and Winnicott. Pinkerton and Alvern are motoring right now. Pinkerton 5 meters out in front of Alvern. About 10 meters back to Portsmouth.
Got Bell Lap here.
Yeah, she looks good too. I can't imagine she's going to get run down at this point. Looks like Alvern's going to stay out as well for second. Portsmouth in third will make it around. Dover in fourth. South in fifth. North in sixth. Girton in seventh. And here we go.
It looks like it'll be Pinkerton.
This one. 10:08 or so.
Alvern 10:09.
So they had a seed time of 9:57, so gave up 10 seconds. I'm assuming that's an adjustment in their order. Dover will take fourth, South fifth, and North in the final scoring position in sixth. So a good start for Pinkerton. Pinkerton certainly should be one of the favorites on the girls' side. Taking the max points in the first event of the day is not a bad way to start. All right, we're bringing out the boys for the 4x8. Again, ranked number 1, we have Pinkerton, and they've got almost 20-second cushion over everybody else if they're running their top guys. Number 2, we got Portsmouth, then Merrimack, Wyndham, Exeter, Nashua South, Londonderry, Dover, and Bedford. A little confusion. Somehow we have a team that made it to the start line of a relay without the relay baton. Something tells me that that's probably a situation where the coach is always giving the baton rather than putting the onus on the athletes.
Yes,
I always
sir.
figure if you're gonna run with it, you probably should be in charge of it yourself.
Exactly.
Never carrying an athlete's shoes, because if they need them to race, they probably should be the ones that are doing that. All right, they're getting all the legs in order, making sure the timing is all set. I don't want to say working the kinks out of the first race, but you just want to make sure everything's good before you get rolling again. I think there's a pair of Kinvaras on the start line. Is that what you see?
Oh, I see a pair of Saucony Kilkennys. That's what I was using my freshman year of college. Not
Good
a lot
old
of
Kilkennys.
Yeah,
A lot of people have worn those over the years.
Yes, sir.
I think also a lot of kids, like, again, most of the time we were not allowed to be running in spikes. So you get used to your cross-country flats, or you go out and get cross-country flats specifically for it. So if you've learned to like them, you might as well stay with it, right?
Yep. Not a lot of dragonflies out here.
Well,
It's a couple.
high schoolers aren't pulling in the big bucks with the
There we go.
NIL deals, probably. And we're off.
Jostling for
Ooh,
position.
A little bit of shouldering going on.
Oh, false start.
No,
Pushing.
not false start, but somebody
Not
must
false
have gone
start.
down.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see 8 uprights, so not sure who went down.
Didn't see who went down.
Oh, maybe it's Wyndham?
Could be.
Yeah, this is a tough start. You're starting right there on the line, going right into the turn.
Yeah.
And
If you're all the way out on the outside lane, it's tough to get a good position.
right, I think
Gotta
also,
fight for it.
I think also, like, when most of the time when people are standing on that curve line, it's for like the 15 or the 3.
Yeah.
This is for the 8.
Yeah.
So,
It's very important to get a good position in the 8, 4x8 especially.
well, especially if you're a distance guy and your leg turnover rate doesn't allow you to make big gear changes.
Yep.
So we'll start this one over. Again, Pinkerton had like 18 seconds, I think, up on the second qualifying time, but chances are they're not running with that exact same lineup. I think we saw that with the girls. Much closer race than the 30 seconds they were seated ahead of everybody else. Looks like they're bringing up a new screen on the timing. Good to be back at Leveron for this event.
The last time we were here, I was a junior in high school.
That's correct.
Currently a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
Off again.
How time flies. Out again. There's still a bunch of out bouncing around.
All right.
100 meters in. We got Portsmouth at the front again.
Big move on the outside lane.
That was that Merrimack?
Yeah, settling into the 3rd position.
So Portsmouth, Pinkerton, Merrimack moving into second now. Dover, North.
29 seconds through the 200.
So in theory, just under 2-minute 800 pace. Portsmouth 300 meters in, still with about 3 meters lead. Merrimack, Pinkerton. It's bright over by the windows, but I think it's Dover, yeah. South, Bedford, Exeter, Wyndham. So they went through right about 61.
And it does look like Pinkerton's about to zip the lead. Settling behind.
It's like he moved up on the shoulder
Yeah,
and Portsmouth.
there he goes.
There he goes. Pinkerton taking the lead and stretching it out a little bit over Portsmouth. Back to Merrimack, who made a hard move earlier. It looks like it might be costing a little bit. Dover, Bedford, South, Exeter, Wyndham. They definitely slowed down a little bit. I think that was 136.
Yeah, about.
And then we've got Londonderry well off, probably 40 meters off the back of that other pack. So I'm guessing they probably made some exchanges as they were the 7th seed. Pinkerton holding on to the lead.
And it will be
Into the
Pinkerton heading
handoff.
off first.
And we're through 802.08 and change. 3 teams in to the handoff zone for 3rd, 4th, and 5th handoffs. That's pretty tight. Whoa. Merrimack and Bedford have decided to hammer this first lap in order to get back on Pinkerton.
And that was a big move.
That
Making
was
up
a
like
huge
3
move.
seconds or something.
Yeah.
1 lap.
Be interesting to see if they can maintain or they're going to pay for that. My bet would be a little bit on the latter because that move was so hard.
It was. They're going at it right when they hand it off.
Yeah. It did work for Merrimack as they slid into second place. They now have Portsmouth right on their shoulder. Pinkerton with 3-meter lead. Merrimack, Portsmouth slotted right in there on the shoulder. Bedford with Dover coming up. Dover looks like they're running really well right here, and I think you give them another lap and they're going to be right on the lead.
So far, Merrimack's move looks like it's paying off.
Well, they certainly were a lot more out of it when they took the baton.
Yes. See how
Bedford
they do.
paid for that hard move early.
Yes.
So Portsmouth leading over Pinkerton with Merrimack, Dover, South, Bedford. Portsmouth trying to stretch it out. Coming around with 100. We got Portsmouth, Pinkerton, Merrimack. I'll have to give it to Merrimack on that move. Brought him right back there.
Yes, it did.
4:22.
That's Portsmouth in the lead.
Portsmouth, Pinkerton, Merrimack.
Pinkerton trying to get on the shoulder.
Yep. Dover back and forth with South rolling on them. Londonderry on the second to third leg took it right in front of the lead of the race. That gives Portsmouth someone to chase, I suppose. He seems to be working really hard not to get lapped on this one.
This third leg's pretty strong.
It is.
They're
yeah.
hammering.
Again, we got Portsmouth, Pinkerton, then back to Merrimack. If you're watching the front of the race, it might appear that Londonderry is leading Portsmouth, but they are indeed 1 lap down. So this third leg is good.
We got 1 more lap until the handoff.
All right, Portsmouth, Pinkerton,
Trying to pass him on the inside.
Merrimack. Wow.
Goes around him.
That little messy.
Yep.
We've got the back of the race and the lead of the race battling. 100 meters to go on this leg. Portsmouth is working really hard to stay out in front of Pinkerton. They're going to take it together.
This one's going to be close.
6:28. Portsmouth and Pinkerton. Pinkerton right on them.
Find Pinkerton.
And Merrimack's anchor leg is trying to make up that gap all at one time again.
It's moving. Pinkerton goes around. Let's see. Find Portsmouth. I want to sit behind Pinkerton.
They are, again, Wyndham takes that just in front of the handoff. I mean, takes the handoff right in front of the lead. Pinkerton, Portsmouth, Merrimack. Then it's back to South, Dover, and Bedford. Those are your scoring positions. 2 to go, Londonderry and Portsmouth. 1-2, Portsmouth sitting right in the back pocket. Might look like Exeter's in there too, but they got an extra lap. All right, 100 meters from the bell lap. We got Pinkerton, Portsmouth.
Let's just try to make it work for now for this one.
There we go. 8 flat on the clock. Portsmouth's digging in.
There goes Pinkerton.
Oh,
Portsmouth's
wow.
trying to go.
This is good. Portsmouth's
There goes
going
Portsmouth.
around. They're going to get there right before the corner. Here we go. Pinkerton trying to come back. Portsmouth's checking.
Portsmouth's
There
going
we
to take
go. 8:31 or so. Followed by Pinkerton. I think it's going to be Merrimack for third. Wyndham's got another lap. So does Londonderry. So South for fourth, Dover fifth, and I believe Bedford for sixth. Wow. That was a pretty good way to start off the boys' meet.
it. Yeah. It's a good battle.
8:31. Pretty solid time for indoor, especially when you're looking at some of these teams trying to make a run at the team championship, not necessarily running their fastest 800-meter setup in here. You on a team that ran 8:31? Trying to think. I know at one point we had set the Division 3 record at 8:22. But you guys, again, were on a team. I don't think we had
I think we
one
ran
natural 800.
8:18. I think that was the best we
8:18,
did.
that was your guys?
Yep. That'd be sophomore year.
Sophomore year. That would have been our faster guys.
Yeah. All right, what's up next?
Well, there's going to be a little break for us, I think, as they try to finish up long jump, I believe.
All right.
And then it'll be, we go into the sprint preliminaries, and then we'll run the 3K, and then we, once we get through the trials, we move on to what would be considered the standard meet, everything being a final from then on. They're starting to set hurdles so that they can get that ready to go. But we can see the long jump. One of the things that happens when we use Dartmouth and we have to use the outside long jump rather than one that's inside the track, it's very difficult to have long jump going on while you're trying to do the sprint trials because they happen side by side, opposite directions, and it's just kind of a mess when you think about it from a finals standpoint. This is the championship, so you don't want to do that. Gives them time to set the hurdles up and get everything squared away. Of course, you can see them. They're pumping the hurdles all the way up to the top, and you think, well, wait a minute. That's for the guys, and the girls normally go first. But when we do trials, we do it the opposite way around, so that when we put the hurdles back down, they're already set for the finals. So the boys will go first, and then it'll be the girls. Then we'll turn around and run the finals the opposite way. So.
They're pulling back the rail. Getting, how many lanes we got? 1, 2, 8 lanes.
I'm not on. We'll have I'm not here myself. Yeah. And again, like we said, we get the long jump going on over there. See the boys across the track. I'm not sure if you can see the boys across the track. looking at what we see on the screen. There we go. We're getting final results now. So in that event, the 4x8 relay won 831.78 by Portsmouth. Second, Pinkerton, 832. Merrimack in third, 843. Nashua South in fourth, 852. Dover in fifth, 853. And Bedford, last scoring position, 856. Now again, our meet sponsor today is Arthur Thomas Properties, but the website is powered by Runner's Alley. It has been pretty much from the inception, certainly from when we've been doing the videotaping and stuff like that. And the other day, it was Tuesday, we were having the seating meeting for these, but I also had to be up at NHIAA in the morning for a meeting. And I don't want to drive back all the way, so I figured I'd get in a run, get in some lunch, and I had a few Runner's Alley gift certificates burning a hole in my pocket. I said, what the heck, I might as well stop in there, kill some time. And looking around, I didn't really need anything, but
You couldn't resist the nice pairs of tights.
no,
pick some up.
I'm not a tights guy, but I don't even think they had any. I think they were getting ready for spring, so I think I was looking at shorts. They had shorts there, but they had a really nice New Balance quarter zip with, I don't even know what to call it, like fleeced on the inside, so it was a little heavier duty, and it was kind of waffled so it wouldn't get all grungy on the inside when you started sweating. But they didn't have the size I was looking for. And so they said, well, we can check the other stores. I said, well, I can swing by Manchester and pick it up because I was in Concord. And they checked there. They didn't have it. They had it in Portsmouth. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to make it too much work for you
That's
guys.
a hike.
They said, what's that? Yeah. But they said, we can just send it to you. I said, oh, okay, fine. And so they got right on the phone. They took my info and address and everything like that. And I had an email as soon as I got back in my car saying, yep, thanks for your order and all this other stuff. It arrived the next day.
Wow.
I had it the next day. Not only did I have it the next day, there was a card in there, a handwritten card that said, hey, thanks for buying this from us and everything like that. I mean, that's pretty solid service.
Beats Amazon's 2-day delivery.
It beats Amazon's 2-day delivery. I'm pretty sure I've never gotten a handwritten card
From Amazon.
Maybe an automated something or other. Well, you can see they definitely have the guys. If you're looking down the finishing line, you can see them all standing there in front of the window. You remember, I think it was when we came up here for the Dartmouth meet. We always had one Dartmouth meet in our season.
Yep.
And Dartmouth was not as fast, maybe, as the other meets. And so we'd spend some time guessing who was going to win there. We pick our own horse and stuff like that. Ooh, they're getting ready to go, so there must not be much of a pause. In this heat, we have Aiden Kirk of Dover, Jason Divalou of South, Jaden Cody of Bedford, Christopher Chong of Bedford, Eric Morelli of Winnicott, Jason Yeaton of Portsmouth, Devin Keith of Pinkerton, and Justin Lepinin of Wyndham. That almost sounds like a Finnish name from our town, Lepinin.
It does.
Christopher Chong in lane 4 from Bedford has an 8:02. They're up, and here they go. Chong out to an early lead, and he'll take this one.
It will be Bedford.
Christopher Chong finished first in that heat. 8:02, same time that he was
seat time?
given. Yeah. Missing some names to be able to tell. We got the times. We don't have the names. Second was 8:34. Third was 8:57. So we'll have to see in this second heat, kind of 8:57 being the number to be here to make it into the finals. Our second heat has Armani Rogers of North in lane 1, Jake Lovern of Portsmouth, Henry Toro of Wyndham, Matthew Morrison of Pinkerton, J.J. Powers of Bedford, Elliot Dresser of Exeter, Ryan Jameson of Winnicott, and Travis Benincasa of Dover. Fastest time in this heat is Matthew Morrison of Pinkerton with an 8:12.
So who makes it to the finals here? Winner of each heat, and then
I'm not sure if they do the winner of each heat and then the next. Oh, actually, it should be 8, not 6. 'Cause I think of it as a 6-lane track because that's what we have all the way around. So it should be. Well, it's at least the winner of each heat and then the next fastest, but it might be first and second of each heat. Red flag is still up with timing, so second heat. I remember when we'd be looking down the runway and picking, I don't know, whoever jumps the highest or has the best getting into the blocks approach. We must have had a good jump and high jump because there's some cheering behind us. Kind of missed that pickup. The wire's still on, so nobody knocked it off. Looks like it's a gorgeous day out there.
it really is. It's warm out.
We came up yesterday. It was a little chilly, but not chilly enough. We went to what was supposed to be the Newport Winter Carnival, and it was held in their little center of town, but it was warm enough for stuff to start melting, and so it was really kind of the Newport Mud Fest. And of course, we got there right as they're cleaning everything up. Every year, those hurdles look a little bit higher. All right, they got the white flag. This race should be coming off pretty soon. Just call them to the marks. As you can tell, because as soon as they come to the marks, they jump up and down. Not sure that's what calling to the marks actually means, but I was watching the Millrose games yesterday, and Noah Lyles jumped the gun a little bit. Got DQ'd. Got to run under protest.
Wow.
Here we go. They were off. Wow, we got a tight one with Pinkford and Bedford. I'd say J.J. Powers probably took that. Yep.
It was 8:35.
Morrison,
Hundredth of a second.
8:36. Yeah, hundredths of a second. And third was Dresser of Exeter, 8:59. Lovern of Portsmouth, 8:63. Jameson and Winnicott at 8:85. Rogers of North, 9:19. Benincasa of Dover, 9:47. Toro of Wyndham did not start. So I know that we are looking at 8:57 for third. That would seem to indicate we got Powers, Morrison, probably Dresser, and then third and fourth out of the first heat, maybe fourth out of this heat. So maybe Lovern of Portsmouth. Names never really came up, so we couldn't really get that worked out.
Yeah.
So they're moving the hurdles back. What?
We got 3 Bedford
Yeah.
going to the finals.
Yep.
Strong sprinting program.
Sprinting and hurdling program, right?
Yeah.
Got to get over those things. All right, so they're setting the hurdles for the girls, making sure the weights are right. I know the hurdles we have at our place, there's no weights. A little old school. I guess if you have a dirt track, you probably should have old school hurdles.
I didn't even know they had weights on the hurdles.
Yeah, they adjust them for the height and the torque it takes to knock. But yeah, it's super technical. Aren't you an engineering guy?
I am. Not a hurdle engineer.
Not a hurdle. Well, maybe they could use you. Design some new hurdles that are easier.
For dirt tracks.
For dirt tracks. Yeah. Yeah, it was nice to get the new material on the track for sure, but it took a long time for that to settle down. Matter of fact, I'm not entirely sure. It's pretty soft for training last fall. All right, the girls' hurdles. First heat, we have Christina Juris of Nashua North, Brooke Gatherall of Bishop Girton, Kaylee Dillon of Merrimack, Jordan Wheaton of Pinkerton, Catherine Muller, I'm guessing, of Concord, Zoe Kirk of Dover, Grace Odell of Bedford, and Caroline Weeks of Portsmouth. Fast time in here, Jordan Wheat of Pinkerton, 8:37. You got a nice spread of different schools in this. North, Girton, Merrimack, Pinkerton, Concord, Dover, Bedford, and Portsmouth. I think we're still waiting on making sure the timing's set. I remember, all right, white flag is up. Be a lot easier to call this, but we got people stepping in. So we got to wait till they get to at least the third, not the fourth hurdle to get this. All right, they're in the blocks. Up. Ooh. Call them back up. There was a flinch at the line. Not sure it was enough to get the red card and get bounced, but kind of hope not. At the championship level, you don't
Seen
really
it
want
before.
to see. You've seen it before. We saw it in the 1500 one time. All right, call back to the blocks. I believe everybody's still in it, but I can only see lanes 6, 7, and 8. And they're up and off. All right.
Wow.
We got Jordan Wheaton taking
Commanding.
that one. See if it comes up on our screen. Yep, 8:58. Dillon, Merrimack in 9:04. Muller of Concord, 9:48. Juris, 9:74. Odell, 9:81. 9:83 for Kirk, getting 6. Gatherall, 9:85, and Weeks of Portsmouth, 9:88. So 9:74 for Juris. See what we get out of the second heat. Second heat has Hayden Adams of Winnicott, Jalen Galez, is that Galez of Londonderry, Petrina Afori of Alvern, Annika Scott of Bedford, Morgan Doherty of Concord, Miriam Nada of Portsmouth, Sydney Drager of Wyndham, and Mimi Ortiz of Nashua South. 8:41, Annika Scott The
Yeah,
top seed
kind of a
this
two-horse race here
Yeah.
in the hurdles.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of points up for grabs after that. Important points for the team races.
We got Nate LeVay of Exeter, and he's like the genius whiz
I don't know
of
about
figuring
that.
out what points go where and are necessary and stuff. I have no idea how any of that works.
Looks like there's a log jam for second place. I mean, if Pinkerton does what they're supposed to today, then they should kind of
They got a
win-
good start, too.
win comfortably.
Yeah.
Um,
That was a pretty solid win in the 4x8.
Yep. Yeah, that was expected, but
Oh, yeah, they had
As
30
long as they-
seconds on the field.
yeah, as long as they keep doing what's expected, then
Right.
they're going to be in the
Sometimes harder
driver's
to
seat.
do than said.
This girl from Bedford and this Scott, she's super talented. Her and Wheaton have gone back and forth all season as having the fastest time in the state in the hurdles. So I'm excited to see their finals.
The final should be real fun.
And then Doherty of Concord. The Concord girls need to score some points in this. They're right in the hunt for second as well. So
well, good.
don't count out Nada of Portsmouth. She might be the fastest speed girl in this.
She's full speed without the hurdles.
she's
type
runs
of thing.
something like 740 or 749 in the dash. So she's got legit wheels.
Nice. I know I saw her coming back in the sprint.
Yeah.
So they're in the blocks. Again, we got a lot of people on the edge of the track trying to see what's going on. So they're up and off.
Fair start. Oh, Scott is flying.
Scott is out.
That'd be Bedford.
Concord coming in second. You're saying they needed some points, so they'll make it
867.
in.
So Doherty. So
Yeah.
Scott 867. Doherty 896. Nada 935. Galais 944. Ofori 945. Drager 977. Adams 1011. And Ortiz 1013.
Now, what did we say? I said it and promptly forgot it. What did we say was fourth in the last heat? I mean, I think it should be Scott Doherty, Nada, Galise, and maybe Ofori out of this one.
She might have stolen that.
I think so. I want to say I said 950 something.
I don't quite remember.
A lot of numbers go around
Yeah.
on a day like today.
Yeah.
Sometimes hard to tell. All right, getting ready for the dash. Boys dash, first heat. We've got Ledger Russell of Bedford, Caden Morjanos of Dover, Caden Michaud of Pinkerton, AJ Sebastian Manchester Memorial, Matthew Morrison back from Pinkerton from the hurdles, Sam Jones from Salem, Malik Ogun Bunamiri.
You're on your own.
You're not giving me any
that
help. And David, I'll go out on a limb. David Croto of Wyndham. Malik was from BG. I think I forgot that in trying to.
So
figure out his
Sebastian's the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Comes in with the fastest time in the state. Don't count out Morrison.
Yeah, Morrison looked good in the hurdles.
Yeah.
Wow. Not sure. That wasn't me. We did. Just for the record, I'm letting everybody know I'm looking inside of our broadcast booth, and Rory's pounding down a hoagie as we speak. Breakfast of Champions. All right, they're in the blocks. Nothing like processed meat to get you going. They're up. Fair start. That looked pretty quick.
Jones kind of came out of nowhere. I think
Yeah.
he grabbed second.
All right, we got Sebastian of Manchester in first, 663. Jones of Salem, 670. Michaud Pinkerton 683. Morrison of Pinkerton 684. Bonamiri, BG 687. Russell of Bedford 688. Morjanos 694. And Croto 694 as well.
So the bubble time is 687.
687.
Or 684.
Yeah. In between there.
Yeah.
All right, second heat. We have Alex Collins of BG, Jameson Isaac of Pinkerton, Kevin Brooks of Wyndham, Chris Stevens of Keene, Anthony Amaro of Londonderry, Michael Menendez of South, Alex Rivera of Manchester Memorial, and Luca Cable of Merrimack. So top seed, Chris Stevens of Keene. According to the girls on my team, he has some sort of an Instagram presence.
Okay.
Personality is what I understand.
Yeah, the middle of the track on this is legit. I don't think Brooks is lost all year. Amaro of Londonderry is a returning place winner, and obviously Stevens is the 2 seed.
They're in the blocks. They're up and up.
Clean start.
Stevens is out.
Stevens is out.
Keene.
657.
And I think he dipped at the early line and still went through. So Stevens officially is 660. Brooks of Wyndham 675. Amaro Londonderry 676. Isaac of Pinkerton 685.
So he's in.
Yep. Collins, BG, 688.
So he's out.
He's out.
687 was the
So it
last
went
one
4
in the
and
other
4.
Yep. Revere, Manchester, 689. Menendez of South, 689 as well. And Cable of Merrimack, 705. So the first four from the first heat and the first four from the second heat. I mean, that's kind of the way you want to see it. All right, for the girls, we've got Megan Dalinas of Londonderry, Nora Braille of Pinkerton, Ava Mullen of Concord, Alexis Best of Merrimack, Miriam Nada back from Portsmouth, Mia Cruz from Nashua South, Leni Ortiz Blanco of Salem, and Mia Lantange of Winnacunnet.
So the girls' dash is maybe the most loaded field in the history of D1. Extremely deep, and the D1 record's in trouble.
Here we go. First heat, away.
Best is out.
Best is out.
Oh, that's fast. That's close to the D1 record.
Best of Merrimack, 732. Cruz in Nashua South, 761. Mullen of Concord, 766. Braille Pinkerton, 767. Dalines of Londonderry, 768. Nada, 773. Lantange, 798. Ortiz Blanco.
I'm pretty sure she just missed the D1 record by maybe like 300ths. Do you have that in front of you?
I do.
It should be Ortiz.
729, yeah.
Ortiz, 729. So just missed the D1 record. That's the trials.
The trials.
She's going to get pushed by Ross.
Exactly. Coming up, Heat 2, we got Emerson April of Timberlane, Lily Jenkins of Portsmouth, Hannah Sipple of Pinkerton, Soraya Ross of Nashua South, Ayana Braswell of Nashua South, Farida Adigan of Salem, Raina Thompson of Exeter, and Ryan Georgiana of Nashua South. And Soriana 737 in this one.
We didn't look at that bubble time. It's going to be wild because there's a lot of girls that can run 760.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it was 7.63. I don't.
Yeah, but there's a 7.63, then like a 7.66.
Exactly.
6.7.
All right, looks like they're done setting their blocks.
I mean, this heat right here is loaded.
Yep. They've called them to their blocks. Still see Rory pounding that hoagie.
He's taking his time with it.
He's got to do his social media, too. He's going to love that we're calling him out.
Doesn't even know.
They're up and out. That's fast.
That was really fast.
That was
Braswell.
Braswell.
Wow,
7.35.
Jenkins.
7.46. Ross 7.47. Wow, that has to be really fast for the entire heat.
I told you, it's
No,
loaded.
but like they have to still run it. I mean, we're thinking what, 7.61 maybe?
Adigan,
7.52, 7.55.
The first 5 are getting in. First
What?
6.
That's
Wow.
unbelievable.
Oh my God. I think the first 6 from this heat got in.
They did. Yeah, that's insane.
All right, guys, I got to leave you for a bit.
All right.
All right.
Glad having you join us, Nate. That was Nate LeVay of Exeter. He's back to his coaching duties at this point. I think the fact that he joined us probably means 55 dash and hurdles might not be where it's at for Exeter. All right, we got the girls 3K. Number 1 seeds Contessa Silva from Pinkerton. But right behind her is Shelly Smith of Concord, Allison Bortz of Dover, Anna Fondakowski of BG, Margaret Spoller of Dover, Sonia Witkowski of Nashua North, Callison Mardoff of Pinkerton, Annika Hayden of Nashua North, Rebecca Hiscock of Nashua South. So only 9 in this. Room for 12. And again, I'm watching the timers. Rick Berryman, Lancer Timing, do a phenomenal job doing all the meets down at the new track, the track at New Balance. But as I'm seeing him replace those, I'm pretty sure when I was looking at the guys' 55 trials, Chris Stevens dipped at what is the finish line for our distance races, while still winning his heat by going the further distance. So hopefully he figures that out for the finals, because that could be costly.
Well, looking at the girls' shoes, looks like a lot of chose to go with flats today.
Yeah, again, that's a lot what they get used to all season long. All right, and we're off. Doesn't look like it's gone out super fast yet.
Yeah, keep it in mind that Pinkerton's going for the championship. But
Yep.
who do you got? I think I'm going to have to go with Shelly Smith on this one.
Well,
do you
I'd have. It'd be again not supposed to be cheering from the broadcast booth, but I am friends with Shelly's dad, Jay. He's a big helper for us, sponsor for the website, and takes a ton of pictures. But after watching Shelly win the 3,200, I like that. 44 through the first 200.
It's one of the Dover girls, Allison Bortz or Margaret Spuler.
I think that's Bortz.
Bortz.
I'm not really familiar with D1 individuals all the time, but
Yes.
I believe that's Bortz.
Anna Fondakowski in second. I think Jackie Gaughan's record safe today, judging by
I
the
think
pace.
so, yeah.
She ran 15:55 this weekend.
Wow. I know somebody else that ran pretty well. I wasn't going to say your daughter. I was going to say Rory's girlfriend.
All right, they're going through the 600.
125.
That's the 400.
And we've got Bortz, Fondakowski, Silva,
Silva.
Smith.
I think that Silva and Smith are kind of biding their time here. They both kind of, well, Silva usually gets
Silva-
after it if she's going after a
Yeah,
time.
Silva's looking to, might as well, I think she probably figures they're running the same pace up front now, might as well get up on it. And I would agree with that. Once you're running the same pace, slide up and just hang out.
And Smith is just hanging, lurking, I should say. Kind of like the way Landon Valancourt used to run.
No. All right, it looks like Spuler in 5th.
And now all the players are in play.
Right now we got Callison Marzoff and just slid to 7th. And so those are points Pinkerton would love to have as well. And other teams would love to see them not have.
In the field events, North's Novak won the shot put. So it sounds like she beat Danis. So points for North there.
All right. So we got Bortz, Fondakowski, Silva, and Smith right together, with Spuler trying to make the bridge. It's 2:56 through the half. What kind of faces are you making?
Yeah, Landon.
Front of the race looks smooth and easy.
I expect a pretty fast second half.
Yeah.
Looking over at a high jump, I think there's 2 remaining jumpers.
Yeah, we heard
Pinkerton and
some
Concord.
we heard some excitement earlier, but by the time we turned around, we couldn't see it.
All right, here they come to the 1K. 340.
340 at 1K.
10 laps to go.
What would you be thinking right here, Landon?
1K
Smith.
through. We just want to be comfortable. Not pushing it too hard, but not too easy.
If you're talking about what he would have been thinking when he's in high school, he wouldn't have been.
I would not have been.
He didn't.
I'd be thinking, how would I let Andy O'Brien
How is
outkick
it
me
I
today?
can let Andy O'Brien take me at the line again?
Looks like Fondakowski's vying for the lead here.
Yeah. It almost looks like Fondakowski and Bortz recognize, like, we need to work together if we get a shot.
All of them look very comfortable right
Yeah.
now.
Shelly Smith slid up into 3rd, right on the rail. Spuler has joined the lead pack. I know in talking with Nick Piatti,
Wheaton just cleared.
they're
the high
taking a
jump.
chance at trying to, finish maybe 2nd, play spoiler. And in order to do that, they've kind of committed their athletes. So having Spuler right up there with the front, certainly not going to hurt that at all.
Oh, right now they're scoring 2
Yep.
easily.
Yep. Fondakowski and Bortz, shoulder to
1,400
shoulder.
meters, 5:12.
Smith tucked right in, Silva tucked right in, Spuler right off the back. The last point right now is North.
Yeah, they are
I'm guessing
really,
that's Sonia Witowski, but she's got her
Very
teammate
tactical.
right behind her anyway, Annika Hayden.
Landon, you were known for your kick. Wait, no, you weren't.
No, I'm not sure what he was. I would hate to think actually what he's
You knew it was going to be an
remembered for.
honest race when Landon
Yes,
was
you
in
did.
it.
That's for
You
sure.
knew that right away.
No
I mean, we can make
freebies.
fun of Landon all we want, but if I remember correctly, at Rory's own home
Here we go.
meet. Here we go.
Miles
Valley
through.
600.
This is going to be fast. 6 minutes through the mile, a little shy. This is
Yeah.
going to get hot and heavy here.
Smith had just gone to the front and definitely is stringing things out. Silva's recognizing she can't let that go. Slid into
Fondakowski
3rd.
hanging tough.
Fondakowski, yeah.
This is going to break it up here.
Yep.
Dover girls sitting 4th and 5th. Sure, Piatti would have liked to get one of them in top 3. coming up on 7 to go.
Yep. Smith out front, Fondakowski, Silva, Fondakowski shoulder. And then we have Spuler, I believe.
A little
Borst.
atypical for her. So Smith taking the lead that early, but she's strong.
Well, and right now she's got lap traffic, which I think it's a smart idea to be in first when you start passing people. You can kind of squeeze people off on them if you get a shot.
Starting to string out.
Get the guys 3K next.
Yep. So
Here
Smith,
we go.
Fondakowski, Silva, Spuler, and then we have Borst.
I don't know if anybody knows that reference.
I might be a little older than most of the people that are in this building.
You probably forgot that the name was Bueller.
Bueller.
Landon has no idea what we're talking
Yeah,
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about.
That's every day when I was coaching him. No idea. What do you call a blind deer? No idea.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
800 to
Silva
go.
moving up on the shoulder.
So with 5 laps to go.
4.
4 to go.
800. Silva
4 to go.
looks really good. What would Rory Curran be thinking right now with 4 laps to go?
I know what he thinks with 3 laps to go. Drop the hammer.
Drop the hammer.
All right. We've got Smith, Silva, Fondakowski right there as well. Spuler probably 20 meters back.
Yeah, you never want the moving pick on you.
Right.
So it's nice to be in the front in this situation.
Who's got the best kick? We got 3 laps.
All right, 3 to go.
I'd say right now,
8:52.
Fondakowski looks the best.
What's that?
I'd say
You think
Fondakowski looks the
almost,
best.
yeah.
Doesn't look like he's training too hard.
Looks like they just picked it up a little bit.
No one's really making a move yet.
Silva's coming up on Shelly Smith's shoulder. Say that 3 times fast. Shelly
right.
Smith shoulder. All right, we got 400 to go. Lap traffic. Here we go. Shelly Smith,
Who wants it the
Tessa
most?
Silva, Anna
No one's lighting up
Fondakowski.
just yet.
Silva is just right there.
Yeah.
Shelly's working to get rid of her, but she just stays right there.
Fondakowski letting up a gap a little bit.
300 to go. It's going to be a good race between Smith and Silva. Silva going
There
around.
she goes. Using the lap runners to get around.
10:18.
Can Smith respond?
Here comes Fondakowski.
Yeah, there she goes.
Whoa. 100 to go. We got Silva, Smith, Fondakowski moving up. But
Silva's
Silva,
really dropping the hammer here.
Silva's
going to be
clear
your
of the
state
field.
champion.
It's going to be your 2023
It's gonna be a good battle for
3K
second.
state champion. Fondakowski's in it, trying to get second. Silva, 10:57.
Smith hangs
Smith,
on.
11. So we got Silva Pinkerton for 10:57.01. Smith Concord 11:0058. Fondakowski 11:0096. Should be Spuler of Dover for 11:18.48. Here comes Bortz. Could be like 11:35. And here's the fight for 6th. And it's going to be Wadowski of North. So 11:35 for Bortz, 11:46.31 for Witkowski, and 11:46.70 for Marzov. All right, looking ahead to the boys 3K, we've got Matthew Giardina of BG in first with 9:04. Ryan Fortin in second from Londonderry, 9:13. We got Josiah Conley of Concord, just a freshman. Dante Castellano of South. Carson Fisher of BG. John Savage, Winnicott. Cameron Fredette of Merrimack. Isaac Gower Hall of Wyndham. Andam LaFlame of Nashua North. Tristan Plum of Merrimack. And Ryan Duvarney of Nashua South. So 11 in this race. We've got 2 from BG. And Giardina, 9-second benefit on Fortin. So it'll be interesting to see how they play this one out. Last race went out certainly conservatively at first. They were somewhere around almost 11:40 in the 800, but then brought it home in just under 11. So it cranked up significantly over the second half. Those Dragonflies. So Giardina and Dragonflies, and they're off. And he got a good start, slid right out.
Nice.
Fortin got kind of slid back.
He's
That's
run at
3K.
BU.
It's early. You can
he's run at
easily.
BU this year, so you got
What's
to get
that?
out. He's run at BU this year.
Yeah.
I was going to say, who do you guys got?
It's going out quick.
Giardina, Fortin. They both have had great seasons.
They have. I don't know. In the 3K, I kind of like Giardina, but there we
Taking
go.
the lead early for sure.
Right up there in the front is Cameron Fredette of Merrimack. And they look like they're going pretty good. We got Giardina, Fortin, Castellano.
That kid from South is good.
Castellano?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with him. Does he do cross?
He played soccer.
Played soccer. Soccer to 3K. All right, there's
69.
68, 69.
And he's young. That's not 9. That's 9:12 to 9:20 pace for the 3200.
Yeah, 3200.
Right, so that's right there.
840.
That's right there.
So 835-ish.
So Giardina making sure that if anybody's going to beat him, they're going to have to, run faster. Run faster than what they've been doing. We've got 4 away.
He's pulling a Landon, making it honest.
Got
But
the
you know
Division
what?
1
There we
record.
go.
Fortin looks really good.
842-52. Francis Hernandez, 2009. That one's
That
been
look-
standing
that
for
looks
a
good.
while. They're under pace for it right now.
Yeah.
Who's the reigning state champ in this event? Do you guys know?
Oh, yeah, the reigning state champ.
3 years running.
Oh, I think it's 4. But I don't know who it is. I don't know
4
who it
years
is,
run.
but-
Undefeated in high school at this distance for 4 years
4
straight.
years.
I wonder who that was, Rory.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're on state record pace right now.
222. All right, slow it up a
So-
little bit.
Giardina, Ford, Castellano, and what did I say? Fredette.
I got the pleasure of watching Giardina run at BU earlier this season.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty quick time. And yeah,
He
he was all alone.
He
Just
runs a
owned
lot
that
more
race.
veteran than a sophomore
Yeah.
usually does. We got 3 away now. Giardina,
Just under
Fortin,
through
and
the K.
Castellano. That was
So-
through the K?
Sub-9 pace here.
I can
Yeah,
see
for-
the pace picking up.
Yeah.
Definitely on the final K.
Right. I like what Giardina's doing here. Keeping it fast, but not too fast.
Yeah, that was never my fashion of running, but I think
What
you
was
definitely
your
want to
fashion
honest.
of running? Run behind everybody
Kind
until
of like
there's
what
traffic,
Fortin's
and then
doing right now.
you like what? Yeah.
I think just lurking, especially in a state championship race.
Castellano has some pretty significant arm swing there. It's hard to tell whether that's just natural or is he working that
It's
hard.
a soccer player in him.
Yeah.
That's impressive. He's still with him here.
Yeah. Hey, he slid right up on Fortin's shoulder a minute ago, or a second ago.
Those soccer players are tough.
I think his arm swing is not the most awkward arm swing I've ever seen before. I'm trying to figure out who was the most awkward. Oh, wait a minute. Not Landon.
It's probably Carter.
All right. It does look like it's starting
Halfway.
to stretch a little bit. Castellano's still on the back of Fortin, but it does look like there's a little gap brewing. We're about to go through the mile.
Yeah, Giardina just looks like he's going
He does.
He looks so
jog through the
comfortable.
park.
4:49. Fredette is getting caught now by Giardina's teammate, Fisher.
Yeah, I like where Fortin is.
Which one's got better leg speed at the end of a race?
I think Fortin.
I would say
sure.
that's what I would
Yeah,
have said
probably
too.
Fortin.
But at a 9-minute 3K, we'll see, right? All right. With 6 to go, Giardina, Fortin, Castellano. There has been a little bit of gap built. That's Fredette.
Yeah, it's hard to go by like seed times in this because a lot of people have different opportunities to run fast times.
I know that for our guys going into outdoor in the 32, we never really cared what their seed time was as long as it was good enough to get in.
Exactly. Yeah, so
Being ranked
comparing
number 1 doesn't do you any favors sometimes.
Right. So comparing a UNH 3,000 meter time
6:03
to a
through
3,000
2K.
meter time.
Matt Giardina, his form is really good. Super smooth. It's like almost floating.
All right, they've definitely, Giardina and Fortin have put Castellano in the rear view at this point. It does look like the pace is quickening.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by their facial expressions. They're
Yeah.
still super comfortable.
4 to go.
Yeah,
You got
Fortin's just
Conley
waiting.
making a big move into 4th.
What do they need? 217.
Fisher and
218
Fredette.
to get under 9.
Oh, they're rolling now.
Looks like Fortin's
They're also
getting a little impatient.
They're also going to be seeing the back of the pack now, which would be a help for the last 3.
Yeah, like I said before, the moving pick. You
Yep.
saw it happen in
Fortin's
the
still
girls'
there.
race.
Moving out.
He's going.
There we go. 3 to go. Fortin went around.
And this is an important move for Fortin because if
Yeah.
he wants to win this, he needs to break him.
Right now,
He needs to make a gap.
yeah, Giardina slid right in
Yeah.
behind. I like this.
He's not giving him an inch.
Yeah,
Fortin's got to keep that pressure
he
on.
does. He can't let up if he wants it.
Wow.
Good cover move by Matt
Four.
Giardina.
Will Giardina take the lead back?
I don't
Or just-
know. 400 meters to go. 7:51. Oh! And we got traffic.
Imagine
still.
Matt goes around him soon.
Wow.
I don't know. This is going to be a tough one.
This is
Ford's going to have to open it up.
Right in
There he
that
goes.
final lap, we've got 4 guys
Passing
in
on the
front
corner,
of them.
maybe.
This is hard. Both of them look like they
300
got,
to go.
both
Matt's
of them look
pulling
like they
up
got-
on the outside,
Make him
just
get
in
stuck.
front of traffic. Oh
giving it
my
Rory.
Lord!
1 lap to go.
Oh, it's not
8:27.
over.
They can do this.
It's not
Who can
over.
close faster.
They can do this. Wow.
Oh, he's throwing it down now.
Look at him go.
Matthews all out.
Still 100 plus meters.
Ryan's still close.
He's still in range.
Wow. What do we got for a time? 8:48. Pulling onto the straightaway, 8:53.
It's going to be Matt Giardina.
Wow, Matt Giardina is going to take this in 8:58
Just under
plus.
9.
8:59.
Fortin in 9:01.
Wow.
Wow.
Some great closing speed.
8:59, 33. Coming in for third, Josiah Conley. I don't think he was any higher than 6th through 2,200. And Carson Fisher, Castellano, and Fredette. So Giardina's your champion, 8:59.33. Fortin, second, 9:01.47. Conley, third, 9:18.15. Fisher, fourth, 9:21.45. Castellano, 9:23.13. And Fredette from Merrimack, 9:25.41. Those are your scoring runners. Wow. That was some great back and forth in that race. Fortin takes it lead with 3 laps to go. And then Giardina, after leading pretty much the entire race,
Step right
steps
back in
up.
front. Use
Yep.
the traffic. Got
with just
around
over
him.
1 lap to go, comes around.
Must have
All
a
right.
lot of faith in his close to leave it to 1 lap.
Hey, sometimes it's not up to fate.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just up to that's what
you got.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
There's no sense saving it. This was the only event that Giardina is ranked first, so might as well take care of business there, and then
Yeah. So
I
coming
think
back
he's
for the
ranked
15?
I think he's ranked 5th in the 15, so
Yep.
might as well. No sense saving any.
Yeah.
All right, there. We can see across the track. We've got long jump, girls long jump, and once that's concluded, we'll start the finals for the hurdles and the sprint events, and then the beginning of those begins the finals for on the track. So we'll give us some opportunity for the winners of these events to kind of bask in their glory before everything else gets really rolling. What's that? Fair jump and long jump. Watching it a little bit from afar.
Got Josiah Conley, just a freshman.
Just a freshman. Used to live in Peterborough.
I remember that.
Used to run with us under our Valhalla moniker for a while. Matter of fact, I think he did this fall as well, along with his younger brother Oliver and his sister Corinne. But made the move to Concord. Ran real well in middle school for Runlet, and then came on board Concord as a freshman, and I don't know if he's their number 1, but he was, right up there. Concord has had such a storied program of late. You come on your freshman immediate impact on that team, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't do Strava or anything like that, but my understanding he's a bit of a sensation on Strava, where he does some pretty crazy things.
Yeah.
Especially as a freshman. So.
Almost ran a couple 100 miles weeks almost.
Yeah.
He hit 90 something. It's crazy.
I had heard rumor, and I haven't confirmed it with him or his folks or anything, but seemed to have such good results with running 100-mile weeks that he's going to go 150. The Jerry Lindgren.
Is he going to sleep?
Yeah, probably like the dead.
All he does is run, no matter what.
Well,
that's a lot of running.
That's a lot of running. So, yeah, the rumored 100-mile weeks. Where are you at?
In mileage?
Yeah, I mean, you're a big-time college guy now. Maybe not as big as Jeffrey Allen, but big-time college
like
guy. What do you?
1 second off of Jeffrey Allen.
always 1 second off Jeffrey Allen.
On the track, off the bus, anything. He beats me every time.
Oh, man.
When I'm healthy, 70.
70.
Maybe 75. Hardly ever over 80. But 60.
I know you.
60 to 75.
I know you talk with, or I shouldn't say when you talk. It's not like I talk with pros or anything, but when you read about them and stuff like that, they all eventually kind of come up with the magic number for them, whatever it is. You used to hear Cam Levins running up to potentially 200 miles a week and stuff like that. But lots of times the pros will find, people think that if 100's good, 120's better or whatever. But you do find out, some of the pros that sit there and say, over 100 I break. And I can get more for my dollar value if I run 85 as opposed to 95.
This summer, I'll probably make the move up to 80-mile weeks since I won't really be racing or anything. But I plan on adding 10 miles to my week every year until I graduate. So started at 55, now I'm at 65. Next year, 75.
That'd be interesting. We track a lot of our stuff in minutes, which is what you went through and stuff like that. Obviously, you can convert minutes to miles, but I know, like our summer program, we have an advanced schedule, and that's really kind of meant to top out at about 60 miles. That's what it is based on, anyways. And I don't, our high school kids, like, very few of them ever come in contact with that.
Yeah.
Do you ever know what your highest high school was?
45, maybe.
45, maybe.
I think I was averaging like 25 to 30-mile weeks, probably.
You were?
4 miles a day, 5 miles a day.
Well, you were prescribed more than that, I know, but...
we were hiding from the coach in the woods sometimes. We weren't always running. Hence why I was never great in track.
Yeah.
I do regret
it.
Well,
you also didn't like running in winter.
I did not run in the winter.
Yeah.
I ran 2 days
Nobody
a week.
likes running in the winter, but
2 days a week.
2
1
days
day
a week,
in the hallway, and
going
1 day
to
when
the
I
meets
raced.
and making sure that you run at least 1 or 2 events that are outside of your expertise.
Got my mileage in.
Do you ever do
down
every
the long
event,
jump pit.
Rory?
Every event?
Yeah. Every season, Landon wanted to make sure that he went around the horn on every event. So you do the hurdles, you do the long jump, the high jump.
No, I thought you were talking about distance events.
Oh.
No,
that's not, the indoor's not for running distance.
That's silly. I don't believe that.
What did you guys do in the winter at North? Just ran outside in the parking lot a lot?
No, there was roads to run on.
Yeah, see, we don't really have that. Like you made the journey out to the hamlet that is New Ipswich, right?
Right.
Yeah. So when it snows and there's snowbanks on the side, like the form trucks will run you over like it's nothing. So we wouldn't go out on the roads. The kids could for when we're not practicing, but Landon chose not to.
Yeah.
I chose not to run.
Oh, my gosh. There's a lot of treadmill days.
Oh, that
yes.
sounds worse than running.
I've grown to
doesn't it?
like the treadmill.
Yeah?
It's not too bad.
Oh,
10-mile days on there every once in a while.
10-mile day on a treadmill?
Hey,
I get on for 5 minutes and I want to
I
stab
got a rule.
myself.
If it's below 20 degrees outside, including wind chill, I'm on the treadmill that day. Unless it's long run. Then I'll run to the rec center and do the indoor track for 15 miles.
That's crazy.
What? You've done 15 miles on the indoor track.
I have. I did it last year. I haven't had to do it yet this year. It's been a
wow.
moderate winter.
How long does 15 miles take?
Like an hour and a half.
An hour? So an hour and a
Or
half.
hour 40.
How many laps? Wow.
150.
That's insane.
Done a lot of 10-mile
That's
days
not
on there
normal,
this year.
just by the way.
Well, yeah,
What's
they make
that?
fun of me for doing it.
That's not normal.
And when you say it's not normal, so he's got a 15-miler, that probably means you have as well, right? You just dress up
He
and
runs
go
on
out?
the roads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more last year I'm talking about.
Oh.
It's been warm this winter.
It has. I mean, we've had some crappy conditions. Like we've had some, I don't know, maybe you guys in Lowell, maybe it was more rain, but we end up with some really junky snow.
We haven't gotten much snow in Lowell.
Yeah.
I think we got like 2 inches once.
Oh,
we did
really?
a few days when it was like negative 10 degrees.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was tough.
I was gonna say, we've had some
no snow.
We've had some pretty nasty stuff, and then just a couple days where it's been ridiculously cold.
Yeah.
I did go out. What was it, last weekend? Yeah, it was. So I did go out. I think it was last Friday. Wind was howling. You go up past the maintenance shed, and you basically run in place until the wind stops. And I did that one day. The next day, I think I was at the school, so we just ran some laps in the hall. Nobody was there. It was a Saturday.
I did actually run outside that day. I believe it was negative 15 with the wind chill at the time, at like 6 o'clock or something. I ran outside to the rec center to run inside. Instant headache. It was so cold.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, up to 50.
Yeah.
Rory and Jeff elected to run early before it got freezing cold.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gretchen ran that morning while it was, I think it said 21 degrees. A little bit of wind causing it a little bit different, but that was 5 in the morning was the warmest it was all day.
Yep.
So shout out to these kids for making it work this season. And it's hard to run in the winter in New Hampshire. Probably doing a lot of sprints in the halls, stuff like that, stuff that's not fun.
Yeah, and I mean, going to the early races.
Yep.
You got high school kids that have never run indoors. There was a lot of rust to be
and
busted
driving
off
very
for sure.
far.
But the performances today so far, it's hard to tell that we've been away from the sport at the high school level for this long.
Yeah.
It has been a while.
Cross country, indoor, outdoor. Best one, worst one, Rory.
Best one, worst one? I'm going to say cross country I had the most fun, and then indoor, and then outdoor.
Indoor what?
Indoor second for me, and then outdoors my least favorite.
Outdoor's terrible. I have the
It's
same
worse
as
than
that.
indoor, though?
Yeah. Because then you got the wind.
Yeah, indoors
rain.
like it's constant, the same condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then outdoor, it can be really windy.
I mean,
sometimes it's super hot.
If it's nice and outdoor, like no wind, no rain,
yeah, but I
it's
mean,
warm out, not
stuck with-
freezing, then it's good. It's better than indoor, but
You run the 5K indoor, though. It's 25.
Yeah, it's 25
same
laps,
amount of
but-
distance though on the outdoor track.
Well,
It's
I
just
know
more
that,
laps.
but I guess, yeah. I think you get numbs maybe not the right term, but what you become steeled to the idea of laps meaning something and stuff like that.
But then you run the 10K outdoor. That's 25 laps out there.
Right. Well, thankfully they don't run the 25K indoors.
I noticed that the 5K indoor, it seems like you're running by people cheering for you more often. So that might motivate you more.
It does.
And I think you're getting your data and your splits so you can make adjustments faster. And speaking of that, I think I was looking through the results. Vorbach, former Nashua North guy.
Yeah, for some New Hampshire track and field super fans, he's a Nashua North alum.
Yeah.
Graduated 2018.
But he just ran
13:41.
Yeah, exactly.
He was. We just watched the boys 3K. He was also a boys 3K two-time winner.
I believe he ran 8:40, 8:41.
Yeah.
3K when he won that.
Yeah, I think he ran 8:41.
He didn't really. He wasn't very talkative.
No.
So, I think a lot of the guys, I don't want to say they took it as anything, but nobody wanted to let Vorbach win.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to be beaten by Vorbach.
He's definitely a little bit of a villain.
Yeah, exactly.
In the scene.
Especially the Vorbach-McKenzie showdown.
Yeah.
Way back.
That was
a long time ago.
That was unbelievable at
That was
Merrimack.
crazy.
That was a good race. I was doing a little nostalgia, and again, coming up into the D2 meet, we've got Brianna Malone, who's one of the best New Hampshire's had forever. But in trying to get ready to create previews and stuff like that, I was looking early in the season, keeping track. She had the top seed in Division II, 300 to 3,000.
Oh, wow.
And
how many times has that been done?
I don't, not very often, but they were saying that somebody in Division I, 300 to 1,500, never ran the 3K.
Really?
Yeah, and they're saying they're a freshman. So it's crazy. But I remember going back and watching at UNH State Championship, Catherine Bryson from Hanover go out and win the 3K, the 600, the 1,500, and then come back and anchor their 4x8 to second.
Wow.
And they came in second. I can't remember what the difference was, but I think they had 42 points, so she had 30 plus of those points.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Going back to the 3K, I noticed Sullivan from Keene wasn't on the starting line. Did he do indoor?
Sully? I don't know. I mean, we didn't run against Keene, I don't think, so I don't remember seeing him.
That would have definitely made it a little more interesting. I mean, it was already pretty interesting, but could have changed some.
Those
I can't
guys have
recall if
always
I've seen him this season.
Those guys have done pretty good indoors too.
Yeah.
Like Torrin and Aiden were, they were very good at indoor track.
Yeah, they always had a stellar 4x800.
Yep. So I've got a question for you. I've got, it's sort of accidental. We've got the #1 4x8 girls team in Division II.
Okay.
But in order to do that, you generally have to run all your big dogs, which we did. And we're making some adjustments there. But I got a girl that's running the 3K that could be on that 4x8 squad. I'm sure that would be true for you, Rory, right? That would have been a possibility.
I never
what
had
would you have picked?
4x800 or 3K.
Well,
I think.
Is she in contention to win the 3K?
Yeah.
No.
Well, then you got to do the 4x8.
I mean, Brianna Malone's in that 3K.
I think just whatever is going to get your team the most points.
Yeah, well,
but if you're looking for the win in the 4x8, then
so
Who are we talking about?
we weren't really sure. What's that?
Who are we talking about?
Emma Schamoffel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Just run her in both.
The 4x8 and the 3K. Yeah, that always worked out well for us, didn't I? We were on the 4x8, and then we'd stink up the 2 mile.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I don't know why that doesn't translate as well as it does.
I lost against Jeff because of my 4x8, my 158 leg, to try to make up for Logan's mistakes.
I think our claim to fame for that year for 4x8 was making New England's. Having Porter Higas pull up on
Connor.
Connor go by him, and then Connor go back by him. That doesn't happen very often. Supposed to be a nice day out there, boys. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, me and Landon went on a run earlier.
On the treadmill.
Earlier?
No, outside around the Dartmouth campus. Yeah, it's a nice day. So as much as we love talking about distance events and what's going on in the distance world, we got the girls 55-meter hurdles coming up.
We do.
Jordan Wheaton, I think, is our favorite.
Yeah, there's going to be some good racing coming here for sure. Scott ran well out of the first heat. So Nada ran well. A couple of these girls, or at least Nada's coming back in 55 as well. And that's we in the second heat of the 55, we had 6 of them move on.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a crazy race. I think we had 6 under. What was it? 767 or something. I don't even think I can get up out of bed in under 767. All right, so they're calling up the dash and the hurdles to the clerk's table. See a bunch of the kids down there with
they're all jumping around.
Yeah, they got their chest numbers and hip numbers there. So they're getting ready. Looks like the long jump is over. They're kicking everybody out. So that means we're up. So for the girls' hurdles final, we got Euphoria of Malvern, Nada of Portsmouth, Doherty of Concord, Wheaton of Pinkerton, Scott of Bedford, Dylan of Merrimack, Galez of Londonderry, and Mueller of Concord.
This is what I've been looking forward to.
The hurdles?
Yeah, Scott versus Wheaton.
Yeah, this should be good. It's not going to go slow.
Betsy Garnick with the state record back in 2013, 8:01.
That was an incredible run.
Yeah. She has a Division I record too.
Yep.
2012, 8:21. They're just doing some runouts. Oh, geez. So once again, this is NewHampshireTrackAndField.com, brought to you by Runner's Alley. Today's Meet Hub brought to you by Arthur Thomas Properties on the Seacoast.
Should be having them looking for a vacation home for me, huh?
In Hanover for next year at this same time. It is beautiful outside.
Yeah, we were just talking about the weather. I know it was supposed to be really nice once the temperature came up from this morning.
All right, I think all the competitors are standing by their blocks right now. We're lucky to have Bob Mullen doing high jump commentary. That's a separate feed. It's on the YouTube channel live, but also on our website.
So Scott and Wheaton, center of the track. Starters waving up to the timer. Timer's check. Start. There we go. White flag.
All right. Garnick versus Wheaton.
Garnick?
No, Garnick. Yeah, I got
Scott.
Garnick on the mind.
Yeah,
State
yeah,
record
yeah.
holder. Maybe that's a prediction of what's going to happen.
Yeah, I like that.
Garnick was pretty fast.
Very fast. So they've been called to the blocks.
Wheaton taking her time.
They're up and off. Fair.
Oh, Scott got out of the blocks well.
Yeah, she did.
It's Scott and Wheaton.
Wow.
Wheaton.
Wheaton's going to take this.
Wow.
8:35, 8:40.
So that's Wheaton from Pinkerton, 8:40. Scott, 8:55. Doherty, 8:92. Forey, 9:04. Dillon, 9:13. Mueller, 9:31. Galez, Londonderry, 9:35. And Nada, 10:16.
So there you go, state champion Wheaton from Pinkerton. She also won the high jump earlier. Talking with her coach, she did have a bit of a strained muscle last week, and they've been taking care of it. Cars wouldn't take any of the credit, though. She credited Wheaton's mom, who's a PT.
Oh, that's never a bad thing.
Look at this replay. Replay courtesy of Davio DeLuca. Let's see if he can get it working again.
There we
nice
go.
Spot.
Boom.
That's a great feature.
Oh, look, they're going backwards. Multi-talented athletes. All right, they're setting the hurdles for the boys' race. Get you the lane assignments here in a little bit.
State record in this is by by Billy Powers, obviously. 2017. 734 Division I record. Division I meet record is 742. For those that don't know, we get this question sometimes emailed to us. A division record can only be set here at the Division I state championship meet. So essentially it's a meet record. A state record, however, can be set anywhere in a meet sanctioned by the NHIAA. So that also does include New England's in a few weeks. Once again, the top 6 performances across both Division I and Division II meets today will qualify for New England's, which is until the first Saturday of March down at Reggie Lewis.
All right. For the boys' hurdles, you got Lovern of Portsmouth, Morelli of Winnicott, Cody of Bedford, Chong of Bedford, Powers of Bedford, Morrison of Pinkerton, Dresser of Exeter, Yeaton of Portsmouth. Not sure that Bedford can lean too much on Pinkerton, but this would be the spot.
Pinkerton is really in a great spot, but if there was a team that had enough to make it sweat a little bit, would be Bedford, I would say.
Well, and if you want to make them sweat, do it early, right? So this is a spot to do it.
Yeah.
So that middle of the track should be some really good racing. Morrison was second fastest coming into today's meet. Might not have had the trials that he was looking for, but that's why they have finals.
Tell you what, though, this is going to be a great race, but I cannot wait till the 55- finals.
Yes.
This could be the races of the day for both meets, especially the girls.
The girls is stacked.
Tight. All right, they're just setting the weights for proper balance on the hurdles for boys and their height.
Landon said that he was going to focus his senior project on creating easier hurdles.
Remote control.
Remote control. Yeah, there you go. They do have remote control for shot put. Have you seen that in Tokyo? They had
Yes.
for, like robots bringing back the shot put.
I like the remote control for the pole vault heights. All right, here we go. They're selling the blocks.
They're into the blocks.
I'm gonna pick Chong.
Go on, Chong. The number 1 seed. You're going out on a limb.
Going on a limb. Morrison could.
Yeah.
No.
As we know, it's the start.
They're up.
Here we go.
Good start. Chong. Easily.
Chong, then Morrison, it looks like.
And there's the supremacy there.
Chong of Bedford, 7.94. Morrison Pinkerton, 8.31. Cody of Bedford for some more important points, 8.40. Eaton of Portsmouth, 8.50. Powers of Bedford, 8.51 for some more points. And Morelli from Winnicott, 8.55 for the last scoring. Lovern of Portsmouth, 8.60. And Dresser of Exeter, 8.63. So what is that for points for Bedford? 10, 6.
18 points.
It's pretty solid. Hurdles coming off. We've got the girls, 55. And like we said, this is potentially the race of the day.
Alexis Best came within a very short 300ths of a second of the state record, set by Angie Johnson in 1989.
Yeah.
Division I record is Yorgalise Ortiz from 2015, 7:29.
And with the two girls from South right there, we might be able to see this happen.
It's got to be one of the older records in here, right?
All right, we got Thompson of Exeter, Adigan of Salem, Jenkins of Portsmouth, Best of Merrimack, Braswell that took that second heat, South, Ross from South, Sipple from Pinkerton, and Cruz from South as well.
If Soraya improves her start, watch out. She didn't have a great start in the trials, but we've seen her have much better starts. She has a tendency to rise to the occasion here. Let's see.
All right, called to the blocks.
I tell you, Best coming out of the blocks. It's one of the best starts I've seen in a while.
Best has the best start.
Yeah.
It's early in the day for me to start down that road. Guns up. Fair start. Much better start.
Oh, it's going to be Braswell.
It's going to be Braswell.
And
then I think Ross. Let's see what this time is.
7:36. Braswell with the upset, I would say. Whoa!
Pretty excited. Ross
that is
right
fast.
behind 7:37.
36, 37, 39.
3 under 7.
Look at that replay.
Jenkins, 7.46. Thompson, 7.54. Cruz, 7.60. Adigan, 7.61. And Sipple, 7.62. All of them under 7.7.
What a great race.
That's crazy.
Holy cow. Yana Braswell is your D1 state champ.
South goes first, second, and sixth.
Wow. All right, the guys, I tell you what, this is also great. Chris Stevens versus Sebastian of Manchester Memorial. Stevens was kind of calling a 6-4-0 as a prediction for his final here.
So we got Morrison and Pinkerton, Amaro of Londonderry, Jones of Salem, Stevens, as mentioned, from Keene, Sebastian from Manchester Memorial, Brooks from Wyndham, Michaud of Pinkerton, and Isaac of Pinkerton.
So Chris Stevens has been, he's not shy.
No, he's not shy. We were mentioning that before, that he has an Instagram presence. And
he's very vocal about what he believes in himself, and that's important. That's step one. But Sebastian might have something to say about this one.
He's going to have something to say. Just
so you know, state record 6:38 by Dominic Worlsley, and if Chris Stevens comes up with a 6:40, That's awful close. 6:39 is Division I record by Jerickson Frederick in 2011.
All right, so they've been called into the blocks.
Taking their time. Pinkerton's 3 in the final.
They're up.
Up.
Oh no!
Chris Stevens is going to be out. Stevens is out.
We saw a flinch earlier.
Stevens is out.
And they let it stand, but I think this was different.
Yep. He shook the hand of Sebastian. He knows he's owning it. He's certainly owning it. Good sportsmanship. That's got to be devastating.
Yeah, absolutely.
Too bad he can't run on a protest.
Yeah, that was awesome to see last night when they did that.
Tell them who they're referring to, Mike.
Yeah, that was in the 60 last night. Noah Lyles versus Chris Coleman. Noah Lyles flinched on the line. They disqualified him. He ran under protest, disqualified him after the fact, but at least they got to race.
Well, let's focus on who's in the race right now. So Stevens is out. We got Sebastian. They're in their blocks. Set.
They're
Fair
off.
start. Sebastian did not get a great start, but here he is with the win. Your state champ. 6:59.
Sebastian 6:59, Brooks 6:68, Jones of Salem 6:71, Amaro 6:75, Morrison 6:83, Michaud 6:88, Isaac of Pinkerton 6:91, and unfortunately for Stevens.
Unfortunately. That also takes him out of New England.
All right, here we go. Girls coming up. We've got the girls 1,000. We got Isabel McIntyre of Dover, Isabel Grew of Pinkerton, Melanie Bedard of Merrimack, Paige Bodrow of Alvern, Amina Ramick of Manchester Memorial, Darby Madden of Wyndham, Taylor Boys of Winnicott, Megan Haley of Portsmouth, Jennifer Herbert of Alvern, Ella Walden of Winnicott, Lila Mason of Bishop Girton, and Madeline Macrack of Dover. So Isabel McIntyre, your number 1 seed by 2 seconds, essentially. 3:05. State record is 8:48 by Leah Salas.
8:48 or 2:48?
2:48. Did I say 8:48?
We're only on
Division
number 1. You better take a nap in between.
Division 1 records 2:52. So I think those are probably safe today.
McIntyre or Grew? No, both ran the 4x8.
Grew's back from the 4x8, but she was in it for the win.
She cruised though the last 100.
Last 100, but I think McIntyre basically from the time she took the handoff preserved 4th rather than chase 3rd. So it should be fresher, but just making sure the timing's ready. We've got people in the infield still.
Yeah, this is where they clear the infield. Boys
still
high
got
jump
jumpers,
is now
I think,
going.
is what it is.
We once again we are live streaming the high jump, the boys high jump. We couldn't live stream the girls high jump, but that'll be uploaded to our YouTube page immediately following the meet, and the long jump as well. And they're holding girls at the line. They're trying to fix the rail.
Yeah, you don't want to have the rail in the way. That's for sure. not sure what the height is at high jump, but looks at my eye level, so that's up there. Looks like we're getting ready to go here. So 1,000.
Five
laps. Kind of like it from that aspect. Off they go. No messing around with the gun on that.
McIntyre right to the start.
To the start or the front? We're being visited by Mr. Stevens. Mr. Stevens, you had a quick start there. Maybe a little too quick, huh?
Yeah.
Fortunately, we had our fingers crossed for allowing you to run under protest like we get to see.
That's what I was going to do.
No allows. I don't think they do that at high school, though. That's all right. You get some fire for the 300, right?
Yeah.
All right, so McIntyre leads 39 through. So not too fast, but not slow either. It's kind of strung out. It's good to see you be a good sport about that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not much you can do when it happens. You hate to see it.
We'll see me in the 300.
Yeah, don't false start that. We were talking about it because I've seen them false start a 1,500 and DQs. I think that was Jake Winslow. All right. So here in the 1,000, we've got McIntyre leading, Gruhl in second, Bedard in third. Right now, the top 5 are sitting in top 5. Top 6, same as well. So Darby Madden of Wyndham leading the charge in the chase pack. But we now have Isabel McIntyre and Isabel Gruhl away. They've got about a 4-meter lead on Bedard. And I'm guessing they're going to just keep cranking it up. But Gruhl's dangerous there in second.
You know,
158.
We've been through a lot of meets with Pinkerton. Gruhl is the real deal. She locks in.
She's right there. Looked like McIntyre just up the ante, and Gruhl just slid right in behind.
Both are well coached for sure.
Baudreau has moved into third. Bedard in fourth. So they've been running just under 40 seconds.
Lap to go. Here we go.
That's going to stay the same.
Gruhl looks like she's giving it everything.
So they've been increasing the pace just a little bit, every little bit.
Tightening the screws.
McIntyre's opened up 5 meters.
This is it.
Gruhl is flat out. McIntyre's flat out. This is fantastic. McIntyre's in 4 different events today, and she's making the most of this individual one. She is going to be your 1,000-meter champion. 309. Gruhl is packed it in for second. We have Baudreau in third, Bedard in fourth. In fifth, we got Darby Madden. And then in sixth, we've got Taylor Boyce. McIntyre, Dover, officially given 3:10.11. Gruhl, 3:14.67. Baudreau of Alvern, 3:17.96. Bedard, 3:22.8. Madden, 3:30. And boys, 3:32. All right, coming up in the boys, we've got Avery Crowell of Portsmouth, Jacob Redmond of Bedford, Gavin Millark of Exeter, Nathan Binda of Pinkerton, Jake Haley of Portsmouth, Logan Carter of Wyndham, Liam Gleason of Concord, Jason Raza of Pinkerton, Camden Brienne of Nashua South, Nathan Beauregard of Merrimack, Aiden Dowd of Pinkerton, and Ryan Jung of Bedford. And this should be good up front. Avery Crowell, about a second ahead of Redmond. Here we go.
Race of the day.
Boys' race of the day is what you're saying.
Crowell. Bedard won that lead off the line, but Crowell kept him off.
Here we go.
To the early lead is?
I know, I'm trying to see.
It's okay, Mike doesn't have his glasses. That's Nathan Beauregard from Merrimack.
There's so much light over that far end. Oh, they're letting it go.
Bedard wants to get out. Bedard wants to get out.
This is.
There goes Crowell. They're not letting him.
Redmond slid into fourth and now it's slid up.
Here we go.
Recognize he can't afford Crowell to get away.
It's Malarkin second from Exeter, strong also.
Oh, Redmond made a nice move on the inside.
Now he's going to go right to Crowell's shoulder.
Yep.
Watch out for Jake Haley. If he stays tight from Portsmouth, he could have a pretty. He ran a good acre.
They're going through and just 105.
Here we go.
Redmond to the front. Now we're strung out single file.
Crowell's not going away.
No.
Hit a nice 1,000 last week at the Phillips Exeter Academy Open qualifier.
Halfway through.
Redmond, though.
Halfway through, we got Redmond, Crowell, Malark.
Crowell's still sitting there. Logan Carter in fourth, going to third.
And this just keeps getting faster.
2 to go.
Wow, they now have 15 meters on the field. That's
Redmond
not a bad field.
That's
insane. Redmond's making some ground. He's looking around.
He's trying.
A little too early to be doing that.
He's in the 1500 also, so he might be trying to spell himself a little bit here.
I get that, but you got to win this one
205.
first.
He just dropped the hammer.
Yep.
Crowell's no slouch. He's staying tough.
Malark came back into third.
Watch for Jake Haley to snake a third here.
Now he's looking around. That makes some sense. Redmond.
Jacob Redmond. I had to miss a little bit of his race, but this is my guy. Look at that finish.
He's not just your guy. He's also the 1,000-meter champion for D1. 236.
Like I said, watch Haley. Said he was going to steal third. Look what he did.
236.25 for Redmond.
Great race.
Crowell 238. Haley 243. Malark 243. Binda 245. Carter 247. Raza Pinkerton 248.
And he called Redmond back
248 as well.
December.
What?
All right.
State champ. You called it back in December.
First heat of the girls, 600.
Go interview, baby. Let's go.
Deanna Brown, Nashua North. Ava Martin, Alvern. Christina Juris, North. Amber Orleans, Exeter. Anna Simpson, Alvern. And Matry Clifford of Winnicott. Fast time in this heat is 146.53.
State record is 132.
Ooh.
Molly McCabe, 2014. She also had a Division I meet record of 133.49 in the same year. So she could have set that at New England. She could have set that at Nationals.
Right. Now, in this race, they got to stay in lanes until they get, really, it's what, 3/4 of the way around. And then they hit the brake line, and then they can cut to the inside. Hopefully, they'll be spread out a little bit by then. We still have some high jumping going on, so we still have some people on the inside. There we go.
2 heats.
2 heats.
Goes fastest heat second.
Yep.
Off to the early lead is Matry
Christina
Clifford.
Juris has made up the stagger pretty good.
Fastest time coming in is Anna Simpson from Malvern. Let's see if they can improve upon a 146.53.
Yep.
Oh, there she goes.
All right. We've got Anna Simpson to the front. Juris in second. Brown in third. Clifford in fourth.
Simpson putting on the heat right now. See what the North girls can respond. But that's also Matry Clifford from Winnacunnet coming up on Simpson's shoulder.
Outside. All right. 109 as they hit 400. 1 lap to go. Clifford looking to stretch things out here. Opening up a nice gap. As they're coming into the finishing straight, Clifford leads.
You see this time.
Ava Martin trying to close her down. 146.
That's the time to beat.
46.69. That was Clifford. Martin 147. Orleans 147. Juris 148. Simpson 150. Brown 150 as well. Second heat. Clara Nab of Exeter, Sally Collins of Portsmouth, Avery Timmerman of Portsmouth, Samantha Ducharme of Bedford, Meadow Gregory of Exeter, and Anique Poulin of Dover.
146.69, the time to beat. Many times. How many times have you seen that, Mike? The fastest time out of the first heat scoring.
Scoring, you see that happen more than I guess you think you should, but top seed is Meadow Gregory here. And they're off.
Once again,
three-quarters of the way around the track before they can cut to the inside.
Gregory's definitely pacing herself on this second turn. Two Exeter, two Portsmouth, a Dover, and a Bedford. It's an early lead.
32.
That's definitely a little faster than the first
heat. Just
heat.
get faster.
Yep. And that's Dover's.
There goes Gregory on the outside.
Now Poulin, and just in the last race, she dropped some major time.
Yes, she did. All right, so we've got Poulin followed by Gregory.
Gregory's closing up. She's got to close it up quicker here.
Then you got Ducharme.
66.
66.
There are 139, 140 pace.
Yep.
Whoa. Sub 140 here, Mike?
I don't know. And Poulin is out right now. Matter of fact, Ducharme is closing in on Gregory.
Yeah.
Right up on Gregory's shoulder and right by.
All right.
Anique Poulin.
Bedford girls coming.
Yep.
But Poulin's going to win this one.
Anique Poulin is going to win this. Poulin from Dover, 139.10. Ducharme, Bedford, 140.56. Gregory, Exeter, 141. Timmerman, 143. Collins, 144. And Nab, 145.
Congratulations to Dover's Poulin this year, 600. Division I state champ.
Coming up on the boys' side, we've got Micah Allard, Nashua South. Liam White, Concord. Miles Shea, Pinkerton. Jeffrey Maddock, North. Nicholas Harrington, Pinkerton. And Eric Nolan, Keene. Fastest time in this one is Pinkerton's Harrington, 129.77.
State record, 119.41. 2003, Russell Brown.
Russ Brown.
Division I record a little more recently, now running at Penn State, Dante Radagonda, Exeter alum, 2020 ran 120.84.
I believe I remember watching Russell Brown run that.
What was that?
I think I remember watching Russell Brown on that. Micah Allard has made up the stagger fast. We come to the break.
That's where they cut in.
Keens, Eric Nolan in the lead.
He looks good.
Went through in just under 30.
He's got a 1:30.73 to his credit this season. Second fastest time
out.
in the heat.
Halfway through this race, he's got a 10-meter lead.
Nicholas Harrington and Pinkerton was at the second fastest time. I think he's sitting in fourth right now. Let's see if Nolan can bring this home. Put some pressure on that fast heat next.
His hook's pretty good.
57. Comes back into 30. That's a 127, Mike.
Yeah. The field is starting to close him down, but I don't know that they have time.
Tell you, this track has longer turns.
100 meters left, and he's still got more than 10 meters. That's pretty tough.
Just finish this. He could put some pressure on that first heat.
Absolutely.
We're only at 121. I'm not talking Sean Clegg pressure. I'm talking scoring pressure. 128 high. Oh, we might need a photo on that finish there, Davio.
So that was Nolan, 128.54. Harrington, 132. Shea, 132. White, 132. Allard, 132. And Maddox, 133. In the second heat, we've got Craig Coventry of Pinkerton, Zach Smith from Pinkerton, Jack Conrad from Wyndham, Theodore Davis from Pinkerton, Sean Clegg from Londonderry, and Tyler Sastrom of Merrimack.
I'm picking Sean Clegg.
Yeah, well, considering he's 4 seconds faster than everybody in this field.
I will say this. I would.
Pretty safe guess.
He is in the same league as a Radagonda and a Brown, but I don't know if he has. He needs a little help here.
Question is, what is he going to do here? I mean, I'm assuming they must be using him for relays, but right, he's not running anything else individually.
Right.
I would assume he's going to rip from the gun, because I don't think he does it any other way anyways. Right. And he's already caught up.
And he's gone
to the outside of the stagger.
Going to Coastal Carolina next year, Division I down in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
And he is out. He gets to the break first.
Right on it.
26 high.
What?
What did they go through in the last one? 57 point. He's got 10 meters on the field, and they're not running slow either. He's got like perfect mid-distance form. He
54 through
54 flat. With the pack
comes
in 57
back in the 30, it's
mid.
Come back in 30, it's 124.
These boys are running fast, and he's got more than 20 meters on the field. This is incredible.
110 right now with 100 to go.
He's making it look like the other guys are in the wrong heat, and they're not.
It's just relaxing, coming through.
There he comes to the line. 123.
I think you planned that.
27 for the rest of the pack. Clegg with 123.42. Safstrom with 127.49. Davis 128.74. Coventry 129.
No one
Smith
scored.
129. The Keene guy moved into third, correct?
No one scored.
And Conrad from Wyndham for 130. All right, here we go with the 300s. Of course, those get going on the other side of the track. In this first heat, we should be looking at Brooke Johnson, lane 3, Madeline Mueller, lane 4, Mia Lantane, lane 5, and Raina Thompson, lane 6. So Clegg putting on a clinic there. Essentially runs 4+ seconds faster than everybody in the fast heat. That was pretty incredible. And kudos out to Eric Nolan of Keene for not just PRing, but running fast enough to move himself into third place out of the slow heat. That doesn't happen very often, so that's pretty cool. You can see the girls getting their blocks and everything set up over there for the 300. Your starters are over there. $300 makes a lot more sense in here than it does in UNH. UNH, it's almost 2 full laps, but not quite. In here, you basically have 3 straightaways and you're done. I would think that the 300 is a big advantage to get used to running it and on a 200-meter track to compete here. Than it is getting used to running it at UNH. Plus at UNH you've got the banks.
Yeah, running on a bank track in an event like the 300, that's probably a pretty big difference than a flat track.
It's going to feel different for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Puts a lot more stress on the knees.
Yeah, and you really have to, figure how to run the turns because you're going to have to apply pressure to inward too, so you don't flying out of your lane.
What do you call that? Tangential motion?
What's that?
Tangential motion.
Oh, is that? Yeah, well, Mr. Engineer. All right, the girls are getting in their blocks. We still have a lot of people in the infield. They're off. Looks like Concord's Mueller has gotten a good start and is out, making up the stagger. But again, this is so hard to tell until they come off that final turn. But Mueller's got the inside, catching up to the front.
Does like Concord has a lead coming around the corner.
Yep, coming off the turn. Mueller, she can finish this up.
It will be Concord.
There you go. Mueller wins this heat. 44.16. Thompson of Exeter, 44.42. Lantane, Winnicott at 45.11. Johnson, 45.21. Second section, we've got Farida Adigan of Salem, Kaylee Dillon of Merrimack, Soraya Ross of South, and Lily Jenkins of Portsmouth. Soraya Ross is the fastest seed time in this one.
Soraya.
Soraya?
Soraya,
I'm sorry, Soraya. I've been saying it's Soraya.
Not Soraya. She's flying.
Sriracha.
Did you say what the state record was?
What's that? I have not said what the state record is. It is state record 39.87 by Anna Ciaffri and Division I records by Grace Devaney.
Chia Freddy, man, come on.
What?
Should know that name.
I know every name, but I don't. This is a new twist, having this many people on the infield. Not a twist I enjoy, but here we go with that second heat. Pretty even through this. Salem's Adigan's making up the stagger more than anybody else at this point. Jenkins is good out well on the outside. But Adigan is making this very tight coming off this final turn on the inside. As we hit the straightaway. This is going to be Jenkins taking this. So Jenkins, 4.342. Ross, 4.392. Adigan, 4.437. And Dillon, 4.460. All right, so for the burner heat, we have Harriet Barber of Manchester Central, Alexis Best back from Merrimack in lane 4, Makita Berry of Bedford in lane 5, and Hannah Sipple of Pinkerton in lane 6. 42:02. Matika Berry is our fastest time.
Makita Berry.
What?
You're going to have to take a nap.
What is it? How is Makita Berry?
Yeah, you said Matika.
I said Matika?
No, yeah.
Matika, Mataka.
Lana, you use this? Because you always butcher the names in New Ipswich.
You must be used to this.
Actually,
I butcher every
My goodness. No disrespect, obviously.
No.
My girlfriend has a friend that ran for South, and he butchered her name as well. Really bad. Well, it's a hard one to pronounce.
Oh, wow.
It's like 20 letters for her
Jane
last
Smith.
name.
Most of them vowels.
And settling in the blocks.
Oh, I used to crush the girls from Monadnock. I think I got it, though. Athananopolis?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. First time I ever said it right.
First start.
Here we go.
Best might have something in plan here for
Berry and Best.
55. But Makita Berry ripping.
Wow, they
talent.
are ripping. Berry and Best.
We're waiting to see this one, too. Berry, man.
Berry's
she
on
went
the
out
outside, Best on the inside.
She's new to
This
the
is
sport.
tight.
Best is not giving it away. Best is not giving it away. But it's going to be
Berry is going
Makita
to take
Berry
this one.
with the win. 41 and change.
Here's your chance. 41.38 by Berry. 41.83 by Manchester Central's Barber. Best gets in at 42.15 and Sipple 42.62.
Just grab the program
First
out
up
of
for
Landon's hand because the girls' D1 record is 40.08 by Grace Devaney.
First up for the boys, Anthony Amaro of Londonderry, Jake Lovern of Portsmouth, Cole McLaughlin of Portsmouth, and Caden Michaud of Pinkerton. The state record is 35.02 by Dominique Worsley, as is the Division I record back in 2005. Like I said, we were briefly visited by Chris Stevens of Keene after false starting in the 55. He's over there in the 300. Safe to say that he's going to be inspired in the 300. And he comes in as the second fastest behind Kevin Brooks.
We'll have to pay close attention for the second heat and the third heat. Keep track of the times from the second heat.
Oh,
we
if you
get a
can
win
do
from the
that,
second
then
heat.
more power to you. Yeah,
I'll try.
That's not an easy thing to do, is it?
No, I'll just remember the time.
Here we go. I would not want to accidentally step out in front of any of these boys.
Me neither.
They're not small and they're not slow. So it looks like Caden Michaud of Pinkerton got out to a good start and is leading with Cole McLaughlin, Portsmouth right there as well. Actually, they're all right there. We end up with Pinkerton 37-24, Michaud. McLaughlin of Portsmouth 37-7-6, Lovern of Portsmouth 38-3-1, and Amaro of Londonderry 38-5-4. Second heat, we get Casey Watson of Pinkerton, Christopher Shong of Bedford, Matthew Morrison from Pinkerton, and Samuel Jones of Salem. Names we've already mentioned before, I'm assuming in the 55.
Christopher Shong would be impressive if he came back for the 300 as well.
There you go. So he's going to have a total of 355 meters today. Well, no, he would have had to trial, so 110, 410.
Plus he's jumping too. So.
Well, there you go. They usually are, aren't they?
All right. 37.24. Time to beat.
37.24. I'll forget that. 37.24.
2-4.
All right, they just got called to the blocks. I'm looking across the track, and I see a golf cart I haven't seen before. There we go. And it looks like Bedford's Chong got off to a good start, making up the stagger on the rest of the field.
Wow. He's almost got the back lane on the stagger already.
100
Holy
to go.
smokes.
He's made up the entire stagger. See what these guys got in the final. Oh, this is tight. Chong's going to take this heat. It'll be Chong 36.91. Morrison 37.17. Jones 37.60. And Watson 38.82.
Well, 36.91. That's a faster time than anybody else has seeded.
Yes.
So 36.91. We'll remember that one.
Spikes help. All right, in the final, we've got Jamison Isaac of Pinkerton, Caden Morginos of Dover, Kevin Brooks of Wyndham, and the infamous Chris Stevens of Keene.
You think that time will be good enough to hold on, or no? Is it going down? 36.91, is that going down or holding on?
I don't think so. I don't think so, but we'll see. I think almost all of these guys are doubling back with the exception of one, and that's Mr. Stevens. So I'd assume he's going to send
What do you call that? 1.5ing back?
Yeah, right.
He's got a big stride on him. Very powerful.
All right, so they've been called to the blocks. You can see the boys for the 15 getting warmed up. See the girls in the 15 over there getting ready to go. And here we go. Stevens on the outside lane.
He is flying.
He's gotten away good.
Yeah, I think it's going down.
I think so too. Stevens is definitively opening a gap.
Keeps looking over their shoulders.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be worried about them.
Keep it smooth, buddy. Coming off the turn, Stevens is in the top spot. And yeah, he definitely went under.
Wins.
We got 36.02 on the screen, and it turns out to be 36.06. Chris Stevens. Brooks from Wyndham, 36.53. Morginos of Dover, 37.07. And Isaac of Pinkerton, 37.52. So what did you say it was? 36?
9-1.
9-1, so that'll slide in for
under.
third.
Yep.
All right, girls, 1,500.
A lot of familiar names.
A lot of these names are going to sound very familiar. Yep. Isabel McIntyre, winner of the 1,000, back. Isabel Gruel, second place in the back. Contessa Silva, back. Lily Thomas of Salem in fourth. Laura White from Nashua North, fifth. Sixth, Parker Nolan of Pinkerton. Seventh, Anna Foundakowski, Bishop Gurdon back. Allison Bortz of Dover in eighth back. Catherine Klinger of Wyndham. Margaret Spooler of Dover back in 10th. Melanie Bedard of Merrimack back in 11th. And Emily Melendez of Nashua South. So some of these girls have seen action already. Some of them have seen action twice already.
So you say the number one seed here is fresh, or is she double back?
No, she is not. No, she just won the 1,000.
The 1,000, 1,500 double.
Yes.
That's a hard one to pull off.
Well,
that's pretty close in time.
In some ways, I mean, the rest of the field doubling as well. So in this
she's
case,
only got a 20, 30-minute break.
Yeah, yep. Gruel right to the front. McIntyre willing to sit right on her shoulder. We got Bort sitting right there as well. Schuler back in 11th. Again, Dover's looking to try to stack as many points as they can, steal points from other people, and potentially come in second. It's a big gamble. But right now, it looks like the gamble's paying off pretty good. They're fourth in the 4x8. McIntyre won the 1,000, and she's sitting in second place right now. Pinkerton also has Gruel in first and Silva in second. So it looks like Gruel wants to make sure that this on and us, that she's not running the legs off everyone, but running the legs off the field. She's pulled her and her teammate out along with McIntyre. Gap back to fourth right now is about 5 meters, maybe not quite 5. Wyndham's Catherine Klinger is in fourth right now. All right, so they must have slowed down because the field definitely tightened back up.
Yes, it did. It's getting a bit tactical here, maybe.
Little team update going into the 1,500 on the men's side. Bedford, Pinkerton, Portsmouth, 35, 34, 28. We'll get a girls update for you because this 1,500 might be key with it.
Yeah, this is a cordon back now.
Wow, the whole field came back.
Yeah, the whole field's there.
It's getting very tactical.
What's that?
Very tactical right now.
Yeah.
No one wants to take it.
Gruel and McIntyre still in control, but you have a lot less control when there's
They could leave it to somebody.
9 other girls right behind you. McIntyre stepped to the front for the first time now.
So update on the girls' side. Pinkerton as predicted, 58 points so far. And then Portsmouth with 31 and Dover with 30.
Dover with 30, and right now they're getting 8 out of this one. And the pace is picked back up.
Stringing out some more.
Yep. We've got Silva to the front now. McIntyre slid into second, right on her shoulder. Gruel right on her shoulder.
Thomas from Salem in the mix. 2 to go.
It's anybody's race.
400 meters to go, and Salem's in it too. Thomas. Oh, it's getting tight there. This is scary.
Yep.
Who has the kick
tripping
here?
Happens when you've got tired athletes. Silva, McIntyre.
McIntyre going for the
White
lead here.
White has slid up into third. Thomas coming around.
It's going to be a grinder for last lap.
This is, I'd be nervous if I was sitting on this.
6 people right here. Anybody's
Wyndham
race.
girl looks
One
good.
lap to go.
Tell you what.
McIntyre takes the front. Everybody's going to have to run around her now.
Tell you what.
Silva right in there
Wyndham
behind
in third.
her.
Catherine Klinger, Wyndham. Oh, here comes Salem.
Salem's making a strong move.
Making a big move, but it's
Under
going to
to
be
go.
McIntyre.
Wow.
Isabel McIntyre coming off the
Straight
turn
away.
in first.
Nobody's beating her today.
State champ.
2-time champ today, 1,000, 1,500. Silva in for third.
Thomas second.
Thomas second. Gruels picks up some points.
Klinger
Sixth.
4th, Wyndham 508, White 5th, Nashua North 509, Grew, Pinkerton 6th 511, Knowlton 7th, Pinkerton 512, Fondakowski 519 and 8th.
All right, coming up, boys, 1,500. First, Jacob Redmond, lane 2, Matthew Allen, Ryan Fortin in 3, Giardina in 4, Avery Crowell back again in 5, Nicholas Marcotte in 6, Sean Fifield in 7 of Concord, Josiah Conley back in 8th from Concord, Connor Theodore from Nashua South in 9, Jackson Crane in 10 from Winnacunnet, Patrick Fish from Bedford.
State record, Jacob Winslow's back in 2019, 357.60.
I don't think we're going to see anything too close to that, because if I remember that correctly, he was after that record. We've got a lot of guys that are doubling back at least.
Fun fact, that was a year after he false started.
DQ'd, yeah.
Yeah, so
DQ'd on a false start. I've
how
never
about
seen that before.
how about that for a comeback story? False started at 1,500. Lynn, you ever come close?
Come close to?
False starting?
No. I just wait for everybody else.
Have you come close to winning? Yeah, you did. In the 1,500, you came within 1,400 meters. All right, here we go.
I'm back. I took a break from
baby.
interviews to watch Jacob Redmond run this race.
Matthew Allen out to the lead. Redmond right behind him.
Redmond's taking this.
I don't think they're out as fast as the 2020 heat last time this was run.
I don't think they were.
That guy was
either.
on 4-minute mile pace.
You were. And they're going through
they're out hot.
33 high. We've got Nicholas Marcotte has fastened himself to the back of Redmond. Not a bad idea. Fortin behind him. Giardina behind that. Grauer behind that.
Matthew Allen is fresh, correct?
Yes. It looks like he's trying to utilize
take it to him.
that freshness by
I believe
stringing
Nicholas
everybody out up
Marcotte
front.
is fresh as well.
What did Redmond run?
He ran the 1K. He won it.
Against Fortin.
Yeah. I've never seen someone do the 1K 15 double and win.
It just happened.
Huh?
Yeah, we just saw
McIntyre
that.
just did it.
Other than today.
Other
I'm bringing it
than
up.
today, well, Allen now has about 4 or 5 meters on Redmond, who has 10 plus meters back to Marcotte. This might be the ploy.
So coming on 800 to go.
151.
Allen's really throwing it down, but
Yeah.
Redmond,
Yeah, you better
on
not
it.
leave Redmond breathing room.
yeah, but Allen looks good. I think coming in fresh to
Ford
this
just
race
went
is a
around
really smart
Marcotte.
decision.
800 and a 209.
209, yeah. Fortin just moved into third. Allen's got 10 meters here.
He's still got 600 to go, but
It does look like
from the looks of the
Redmond's
rest of the field, I think
training
he can just close this out. Got 500 to go.
He's got 15 meters.
Yeah, and he's opening that
Or
up.
300 to go, I should say. Good plan.
All right, 400 to go,
400.
2 laps.
400, 257. Redmond just
He picked
grimaced
it up
and
a
then
little
put his
bit.
head down, so he's going to give it a shot, which I like.
We have seen this before.
We have seen, and we might be seeing it again.
Redmond's putting
I'm getting
himself
some
back in
deja vu
there.
Yeah,
here.
Redmond's right there.
Uh-oh.
Redmond's right there.
Oh,
You
no.
called it, Rory.
What did I say?
You called it. You said Redmond. Of course, then you said.
Let's see if Allen has some fight.
I don't think so.
He still got a whole lap.
Wow.
Those two are clear, though.
You know, I said at the beginning of the season, I said whatever event Redmond runs, he's going to win. And here he is.
into fourth, Fortin into fifth.
Oh, look at that grit.
Incredible.
I don't even think he's got his head so far back right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he sees the track.
He's looking back. Oh, man.
Oh, what a gritty
Good
run.
for him.
And
That
Redmond
is
has
awesome.
two now. 404. That's 405. 404.56. That's going to be solid.
Props to Matthew Allen for making that race.
Yeah,
honest.
Exactly. Allen 411.50. Crowell 415.68. Marcotte 416.27. Fortin 420.77. Fifield 423.18. Crane 423.48. Giardina 428.43.
Well, Rory has officially seen a 1K 1500 double.
Yeah,
two
twice.
times
Well, on
in
the
one day.
men's side
Look at
and
that.
the women's side.
Never seen it
that.
before. History repeated itself
Yeah.
again in
What
the
else?
1500.
What else haven't you seen? Wow, that was pretty good.
That was a good race.
Yeah. Girls 4x4. In the first heat, we've got Wyndham in lane 3, Winnicott lane 4, Bishop Girton in lane 5, Keene lane 6. 440's top seed time out of this heat. Of course, the state record's 357.67 by BG. And the division record's 402.60 by BG as well. What's that?
It was a state lead 300. I went out really hard.
Yeah, you did.
I was trying to close, but that was horrible. I'm not going to be in the 4x4 though, so our alternate, Nolan Gillis, is taking it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So we were just visited by Chris Stevens.
Giving us the inside scoop.
That's the inside scoop. He's not running 4x4. He opened hard, he said, in the 300, making it a tough race for the last 100 meters. Looking over, I'm trying to see how many people have been in events. Girl from Wyndham there is
Well,
coming back from
after that Redmond 1K and 1500 win, what is the team score looking like here for the boys?
What's the what looking
The
like?
team score looking like for the boys.
Know. I think Tim had said that Pinkerton was out to a sizable lead, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah.
All right, as we come into the first exchange, we have Keene, Winnicott. Winnicott's going around right now. Wyndham. Handoff will go Winnicott, Keene, Wyndham. All solid handoffs. Back to BG. They're around in about, 66, 67. Winnicott and Keene have opened up sizable gap. BG has made up distance on Wyndham, who actually went right by. Winnicott leading with 100 to go in this leg. Winnicott coming into the handoff first, then Keene. About 211, Wyndham, then Girton.
Wyndham's out pretty quick here. Wyndham's trying to come back.
Yep. I know I had seen their Wyndham's second leg had just run the 15, something like that. So Winnicott has opened a sizable lead. Wyndham's moved from 4th to 2nd. Then it's Keene, then it's Girton. Now Winnicott now by 20 plus. Wyndham's starting to be rolled up on. Winnicott taking the handoff first. Then Wyndham. BG and Keene. Winnicott has the entire straightaway on this. They're going to keep running fast if they're going to try to move their way into.
It's going to be a good fight for second place.
Yep. The run for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in this heat is tightened up. 1 lap to go. BG blasts around Keene and is going to get past Wyndham as well.
And here comes Winnicott.
So the top time coming out of this heat will be Winnicott, waiting for the time to populate.
BG, Keene, and Wyndham. Finishing it up that
Winnicott with
heat.
4:22.84, 4:34.29 for BG, 4:35.52 for Keene, and 4:37.43 for Wyndham. Next heat is Nashua South, Dover, Portsmouth, and North. Fastest time there was 4:27.92. So Winnicott's time is faster than that. We'll see if they can stay out and in a scoring position potentially. Again, looking across, trying to pick out how many people I already see having doubled or triple. And if I look at the anchor leg for Dover, it is one Isabel McIntyre. This will complete her 4th race of the day. She's had pretty good luck so far. So when they get to the cones to cut in, Dover has the lead. But Portsmouth is staying in the inside. I don't know why Dover's staying outside. Ooh, that could be a costly mistake.
Definitely could be. Every second counts in these kind of races.
They had that lead too, and
gave it away.
They got to the cones, and I don't know if they just didn't realize, but all right, North comes in for the handoff first, followed by Portsmouth, South, and Dover. Ooh. When you're handing off, you're going to keep running until you get to the other person.
They're not going to run to you to pick it up.
Yeah. So we got North, Portsmouth, South, and whoever's running Dover's second leg is made up 4th to 3rd and is gaining on everyone. Portsmouth girl just hit 1 lap to go and hit the afterburner.
Yeah.
That is the strangest
Nitrous.
way I've seen everybody run a 400. I'll cruise the
Wow.
first 200 and then I'll hammer the second.
What's
Just
negative
move from
split?
Way behind first.
It's got to be like a 2-3 second negative split.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In a 400.
In a 400.
Oh.
All right, but she's feeling it now.
She's feeling it.
She gets the handoff zone.
Portsmouth
North. Now it's Dover. And then South. Looks like to me like the Portsmouth third leg is doing the opposite at this point. They look like they went out hard. Opening a slight gap back to North. Dover's closing up a little bit.
If Dover can bring it into striking distance, it could be a close race.
I would love to see the baton get in close, see what Isabel McIntyre still has left in the tank. That tank should be getting low by now, but
yeah,
we'll see how much of a gamer she is, right?
A gamer?
That's not what you say?
That's what Jack Velcro says.
That's what Jack Velcro says? Straight from the mouth of Jack Velcro. Finish up, finish up, finish up. So, Portsmouth takes it with a 5-second lead over Dover. And they're moving pretty good. I don't think McIntyre's closing her down any. We'll see what the second lap has to do. Portsmouth leads 3:45 at the belt. Followed by North. Portsmouth's opening up her lead. What was the time we said before?
4:22 something.
I thought, yeah, 4:23 is what I thought. So
should be going down here.
This is going to be faster.
Yeah. All right. 4:18.
14, but 4:18.91. Nashua North is going to be 4:24. So right now they have snuck past those guys.
How many more heats do we have?
One more.
One more?
So they're going to sneak into a scoring position. In our final heat, we have Concord, Bedford, Pinkerton, and Exeter. So the results of that one was Portsmouth 4-8. Well, they'll be on the live stream. They're recorded. All right, and the fastest time in this is 4:19.79, but again, probably run without spikes. And that would have been Pinkerton. So Portsmouth was 4:18.91, Nashua North was 4:24.75, Dover was 4:30.74, and Nashua South 4:35.97. Sorry for not getting to those in as timely a fashion as I should. Bedford looking to close this one up early, take the lead at the cones. And they will. Followed by Exeter, Concord, and Pinkerton.
Taking a look at the, what do you call that? The state record in the girls 4x4. I don't see that going down anytime soon.
3:57, you don't think so?
I don't think so. That's flying.
That is. That was a crazy team, too. All right, here we go. Bedford will hand off first.
Commanding lead.
Going through in 62 high. Concord took it first, but Exeter was able to sneak through, slide through on the inside. And Pinkerton rolled around on the outside. Bedford with about 15 meters on Exeter, with about 5 meters back to Pinkerton. Another 7 back to Concord. Exeter and Pinkerton are closing down on Bedford, but the gap was pretty good.
Maybe Bedford with the handoff.
Yeah, 2:07.
Exeter, Pinkerton, and
That's
Concord.
4:14 pace. They can keep this going. That is faster than anybody seeded. Bedford, Exeter, Pinkerton, Concord trying to climb its way back in. These third legs aren't letting up any. Concord working their way back. Pinkerton closing in on Exeter right now. They're closing the gap back to Bedford, but we're into the last leg here just about. Bedford with the handoff first, slowing down at the line.
They have about a 2-second cushion.
What's that?
2-second cushion about.
Yeah, they could have aided it by running through.
Yep.
Bedford out front. Pinkerton in second. Meadow Gregory anchoring for Exeter in third. 3:39. 3:44. 5-second gap. They're not closing that unless she comes off hard. Pinkerton moving away from Exeter. But nobody is going to catch Bedford. Bedford is going to be, minus catastrophe, your champion in a scintillating 4:09.
Wow.
And they ended up 6 seconds up on second place. So Bedford, 4:09.30 for your ladies winners here. Pinkerton in second, 4:15. Exeter 4:17.11, and Concord 4:22. 3 of those times in there were faster than anyone was seeded. All right, first seed of the boys: Manchester Memorial, Alvern, Londonderry, and Nashua South. The state record is 3:27. The division record is 3:30. Yep, no, that's all right. All right, before this boys' heat goes off, something I don't think I've seen before. We end up with the instructions being given, and we have an interpreter out there. So we have an athlete that is hearing impaired, which is interesting when you consider how loud things can get in here. You can't always hear anyways. So he just got his instructions. All right, Alvern Memorial South after the cutoff. So we're missing Londonderry from here. Is that right? Yes.
Yeah, I don't see him.
Well, I'm assuming they might have needed Fortin and Clegg, and maybe they
Could
just
be
can't.
too tired.
Yeah. Alvern into the exchange first, followed by Memorial. Both good handoffs, 56 high, 57 low. Alvern maintaining the lead at the moment. Memorial right up on their shoulder as they come into 1 lap to go. Looking to go around. Nashua South making up some distance on the both of them. Alvern doing a great job keeping him on his shoulder.
Pretty tight so far.
When you're full out, it's pretty hard to get around somebody on an indoor track. Alvern will come into the exchange.
Neck and neck.
Lead. Solid handoffs. 155, 156. Memorial has moved into the lead. Alvern. Nashua South again trying to get back in this. Alvern to the lead. Alvern to looking to open a little bit of a gap here. Going into the last handoff, but it'll be Alvern, Memorial, and so. Oh! No! Alvern went down. We got an Alvern runner down on the track.
It's terrible.
Hopefully the injury's not too bad. He was reaching for his hip. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, don't pull him into the inside lane. Whoa. So Memorial with the lead. Nashua South. I'm not sure Alvern knows that he's, Memorial knows that he's coming.
Wow. Nashua South.
So Memorial had been battling Alvern the whole way. Nashua South had been off the back. When Alvern went down, I don't think Memorial felt the pressure, and Nashua South was able to sneak up on him, and they're going to take this.
They're going to take this. 349.
61, Nashua South. Manchester Memorial in 350.5. And unfortunately for Alvern, they were unable to finish that race. Second heat, Keene, Merrimack, Bedford, and Wyndham. Like we said, we had,
he's out there.
Oh, yeah.
He lied.
What a sneaky little guy, huh? Chris Stevens had come up to us and told us that he was out of the relay. And as we look across the track, who do we have with hip number 3?
Well, that would be him.
That would be him. Well, we'll make sure we don't say anything about it because he's not supposed to be there. Mr. Invisible, right?
I don't see him.
All right. As they come into the break line, we got Bedford, Keene. Well, actually, Bedford, Wyndham, Keene, Merrimack. I don't know. It looked like somebody was leaning in on that line. I don't know if they got to the cones or not. Keene sliding into second here. Bedford comes into the exchange in the lead. Keene
Decent
right there,
handoffs.
though. Wyndham, and then Merrimack. I don't remember the kid from Keene's name, but he's the guy that snuck in the 600 from the slow heat, I think. Nolan, I think it was. Running this leg. And it looks like he's running it pretty well.
Yes, he is. Doesn't want to be running in lane 2,
No,
though.
no. But I think it's quite possible that Bedford used what they could to run him off, and he can slide around. Either way, they're going to take the handoff in lane 2. So this is super tight coming into the second handoff. Bedford and Keene. Great handoff by Keene. They're right there again. Wyndham having another good handoff. Bedford opening up a gap. Is that Redmond? That's Redmond anchoring for Bedford.
Wow. He does everything.
Right.
Kid's got
Love
range.
Well, especially if they can give him a gap, right?
Yep.
So we got...
Should be a fun to watch.
All right, here we go. Redmond takes it with 48. 53.
It's four and a half seconds back.
That's pretty far back.
That's a long way.
And I think they're looking to get some points here. Redmond's on his way to winning his third event today. If he hasn't run anything else, put him in the 4x2.
That's all he does is win.
Right? Put him in the 4x2. Where's his
Bring
coach?
his luck
I'll
over
talk
there.
to them.
And here he is, winning the 4x4.
443.
343.
343. So we have Bedford 343.43, Merrimack 350.97, Keene 351.70, and they're showing Wyndham with a time of 355.13. But I think the word is in the street is they cut in early at the cones, which is what I thought I saw. So that might end up not standing as the final. All right, final section: Nashua North, Portsmouth, Pinkerton, and Exeter. Now, according to the times here, Pinkerton is a 5-second benefit over second place, or almost 5 seconds.
Running their best guys.
Running their best guys against everybody else's best guys, though.
Yep.
So we'll have to see who's out there and doing what. I see Crowell that just ran. Allen that just ran. Yeah, there's going to be some tired boys.
Yeah.
But this is it, so might as well go for it. Exeter to the cut-in, significantly in front of everybody else, actually. Now they're closing it up.
Team scores.
Oh, we got
Bedford,
a team scores.
48 points.
It's what?
Bedford has 48 after the high jump before the relay scored. Portsmouth has 35. And Pinkerton with 34. Pinkerton needs these relays.
Whoa, they need these relays,
And
yeah.
keep tabs on what Bedford's time was also.
Yeah.
343.
And also notice Portsmouth's right in the thick of it too.
It is.
48, 35, 34. This is going to come down to final event.
That's what you want. Pinkerton's out on this.
Pinkerton knows what needs to be done here.
Pinkerton, Portsmouth, Exeter, North. They look like they're making some ground on them, but... Oh, here comes Exeter. Wow, this is tightening up into the second handoff, a third handoff. Second handoff, third leg. Crowell from Portsmouth. Allen from Exeter. Not sure who's on Pinkerter's third leg. But he's getting it done right now. Wow. All right, coming into the last exchange, we have Pinkerton, Portsmouth, Exeter. Portsmouth anchor looks like they're making some ground, but I don't think there's enough room.
Well, Pinkerton needs a 35 to win. It's probably pretty probable.
State record is safe. The division record is safe, but your state champions in the 4x4 will be Pinkerton. And 336 and change. 336.97.
So
339.45 for Portsmouth. 340.69 for Exeter and North. 348.11.
So Bedford gets fourth place overall for that event.
What's that?
They get fourth place overall for that event.
All right, so here we go. Girls 4x2, Salem, Malvern, Winnicott, and Merrimack. And you know what I like about this event?
I don't.
It's one lap apiece. It's easy to keep track of.
It's quick.
You rip as hard as you can for one lap, and then you're done. No counting, no nothing. You know, I think I'd be okay with everybody in the inside like it is. If we were elevated about 2 feet, you could just see over the tops of their heads would make things just a little cleaner.
Yeah, what's different about this year than previous years?
I think so. One of the things we had to do, and I can't remember exactly what the reason, I think it's busing and no overlaps, is we compress things. So normally we get done with all of the field events before we start the 3K. And after we finish the field events and before we start the 3K, we push everybody out. But because we still had high jump and long jump going, we couldn't do that. I guess the one good thing, if you're not trying to kick everybody out, or if you're not worrying about people being on the infield, is you don't have to kick anybody out.
Yep.
That's always problematic. And you don't make any friends when you do.
We're going to have a special guest star for D2.
Perfect.
Great game, Nene.
Nice. All right, Merrimack gets it first, but almost runs out of the zone before the pass.
Oh.
Winnicott did. So that's not going to be good for Winnicott.
No, it is not.
We'll check team scores again.
Right now, Merrimack's way out, followed by Alvern and Salem.
You ever coach any 4x2s?
Did I? No, I don't think we ever ran a 4x2 for real. I mean, this year we ran some 4x160s just for relay practice. It's at a different pace, but there we go. Merrimack still in the lead. Alvern making up quite a bit of that, and Salem right there as well.
It's last lap.
Last lap.
Team scores going into the final event on the guys side.
Bringing up
Girls
the
right
next
now,
heat.
Pinkerton 73, Bedford 51.
Whoa,
Dover
these
40.
anchors are closing this down. Merrimack's going to stay out, but that was crazy. So Merrimack will win this. Salem, Alvern, Merrimack 153.77, Salem 155.11, Alvern 155.41, and Winnicott, like I said, 201, but I don't think they got that pass in the zone. Well, I'm sure they didn't get that pass in the zone, but.
Boys team scores going into the final event. Bedford, 52 points. Pinkerton, 44 points. And Portsmouth, 43.
Well, that was kind of unexpected.
Yeah.
Bedford in control. Second section, we got Londonderry, Nashua North, Exeter, and Concord. So 51, what did you say, 44?
44, 43.
Portsmouth 43, Pinkerton 44, and 51 for Bedford.
Portsmouth has a team in the first section of the 4x2, but Bedford and Pinkerton have teams in the fastest heat.
Wow, that would, I mean, basically Bedford has to finish
the
fourth
race.
Finish the race.
Well, yes, correct.
Right? And you said that's after 4x4?
Yep.
After
the
4x4
score. So
hard to make up much distance when you're there.
So the most Pinkerton can score is 54 points.
Right.
And then all Bedford has to be is fourth or better.
Fourth or better. This is the way you want these things to come down, right?
In Portsmouth, you don't know their lineup. They might have changed their lineup for the 4x2. We have to pay attention to their time coming out of the first section. But we got the girls 4x2 wrapping up.
We do. Second heat. And in this heat, Bedford, on paper, enjoys a 1.5 advantage. Oops, I did it wrong.
Second section.
I'm looking at the wrong sheet at this point. They enjoy a 0.06 of a second advantage, which is essentially nothing.
1 second.
Exeter in the handoff first.
Nice handoff.
Then Concord, then North, then Londonderry. Concord is ripping the second lap.
Wow.
Holy cow.
I want to know the split on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's probably like a 25.
Wow. Nice handoff, too. Concord, Exeter, North, Londonderry. Concord maintaining their lead. Actually, all the teams pretty evenly spaced by about 4 meters. Good handoffs.
Oh, no. They might have been just out of the zone.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe. It was close.
Did they bobble it? Because they...
Yeah.
Wow. Well, here they come. As long as they got it in the zone, Concord's going to win this heat. It's like 151, 151.11, 152.85 for Exeter, Nashua North 153.86, and Londonderry 155.92. All right, in this final heat, Bedford, Portsmouth, Pinkerton, and South. Pinkerton's the favorite by about half a second. We'll have to keep an eye on some of the times as well as whether or not they got that pass in the zone. We've never relayed enough to put down tape markings and stuff like that. Usually a visual is good enough for us. All right, so Concord got that around in the zone. Good for them.
We got one high sock on South and one low sock.
Yeah, that's a thing, no?
I don't know. Sure, there's something to it.
So 151 from the last heat was Concord. I don't think that's a sock, buddy. That's a, what do they call it? A calf compression sleeve. Remember,
I'm a little
you used to
behind
have-
on the
you
running
used to have
scene.
sleeves.
I did have sleeves. I should have gotten calf sleeves then.
Yeah.
More visible.
I suppose.
If our name.
All right, they're in the blocks. Away they go. Pinkerton going out to a quick start. And right to the lead. They get to the handoff first. Good handoff.
Good handoff.
Best handoff of the series anyways. But Portsmouth and Bedford right on them. Matter of fact, Bedford's not even right on him. Bedford's right around.
Bedford came in second place in the 55.
Portsmouth coming around. Looked like there might have been a bit of jostling happening. Pinkerton got that handoff last. They've got some work to do if they're going to finish in first. They're closing back. This is like an accordion, a slinky.
There goes South.
Yep, here comes South. That calf sleeve's working.
Yes, it is.
Wow, basically, essentially
All
three at the same time. Portsmouth getting the advantage. Slides into the inside lane, front. Bedford, that's the anchor from their 4x4. And here comes South. Wow.
Right down to the wire.
Whoa, talk about tight.
Wow.
South is going to win that. They're going to be your champion at 149.
Three finishers in the second.
149.71 Portsmouth. 149.73 Bedford. And 151. I had just said Concord 151, but I'm not sure if it was better than that. I think they might have got fourth.
Maybe.
Pinkerton with the top seed might end up in fifth.
I mean, it doesn't get any closer than that.
It does not.
Three
That was
people,
great
three
race.
teams.
All right. Boys 4x200 in the first heat. We have Nashua North, Alvern, Portsmouth, and Exeter. Top time in here is 1:19.48, but the slowest time in here is 1:19.92, so not even a half a second separating all four teams here, which could be really interesting when they get to the exchanges. Got Davio here looking fantastic. Two headsets on. Both speakers sticking right up, so it looks like he's some sort of a space alien. Fortunately, we don't have a camera on him. Maybe I can get the attention of the camera guy, swing it over here. Which is good. I want Davio looking kind of weird, as he's by far the prettiest of all of us on the broadcast. Right now he's checking the Instagram for Hampshire Cross Country, make sure we're on track. He does have producing duties today. He's the bigwig. I usually call him Mr. Bigwig all the time. I think he's itching to use his microphone. Maybe refute some of this.
I do have a microphone. I just haven't been using it all day.
Davio's been on plenty of broadcasts, photography. You've done everything. Is there anything that you haven't done?
No,
I don't think so.
I've been up on like I've been up on like the catwalk doing
the
cameras,
catwalk. Yeah, you and I remember a couple of years
everything,
back.
Yeah,
there was so much dust up there.
Yep.
Oh, that was brutal. But here we go. First heat is off and running, which is good seeing this at track meet. All right, coming into the handoff as expected, very tight. Portsmouth is handing off first. They have
bad handoff.
They had an advantage and almost didn't get that handoff off.
They're all together here.
Yeah, well, again, there was half a second between all of them in this heat. Exeter taking it first, Portsmouth, Alvern, North, and what could have been a really tricky handoff end up coming away clean.
He just did a somersault. Landed
Well,
on his
that
feet.
looks cooler than just falling down.
Yeah.
We got buses outside Leverone. I'm not sure that's a great sign. Exeter into handoff zone first, then Portsmouth, Alvern, and North. If that's not a great sign, if those buses aren't supposed to be there, hopefully those teams will hear that on the broadcast and recognize next year to do it right. If they're here legit, then that's great. Exeter taking it to the line, then Portsmouth, Alvern, and North. Top time 138.62, then 139.26, 149.8, and that was Alvern and North, and 143.86.
That looks
Second
to
heat, BG, Londonderry, Concord, Nashua South.
Those actually look like to be the Messinic regional buses out
No,
front.
and I can be very assured that they're not, because guess what?
You don't have a
We're
bus.
not going on the bus.
Out of the budget.
No, it's not out of the budget. When you have a team as small as us,
might as well take a car.
It's nice to be more nimble.
Or a van.
Especially if your parents are driving for 2 hours, right?
Speaking of a van, how's the blue van holding up?
Oh, it's holding up great. It's in the garage. I've got a new car. I'm building a camper out of a Honda Element.
Very nice.
Now, I'm not entirely sure, but isn't that Clegg for Londonderry? So, not known as a 200-meter guy, but known as a guy with wheels. I'd probably put him in my 4x2 team.
He was in the 4x2 last week at
nice.
Exeter.
I would think with a mid-distance runner with wheels, running the 4x2 is probably fun. All right, this is pretty tight as well. Concord and Londonderry coming in even. Clegg gets it right to the inside. Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
He does have some wheels.
Yeah. I can only think about how many parts and pieces would be flying off if I was trying that. So Londonderry into the third leg in the lead. Concord, BG, then South.
I would pull something running that fat pass.
Yeah. I'm not sure South is cutting in.
I can't see.
He's in now. There was some traffic to navigate.
No, he's not.
No?
Oh, man.
South is all, oh my Lord. Is this guy, at least their anchor legs cutting in. All right, Concord going by Londonderry, then BG. And I don't know who's on anchor for South, but he is rolling. This is going to be Concord. 138 flat on the screen. We'll see what official is. 138.07. Bishop Girton 138.77. Londonderry 139.13. And Nashua South 141.42.
How much extra distance?
I don't know. Yeah, like.
He doesn't even know yet.
Probably, would it be 2 seconds? Possibly, right?
It's at least a second.
Yeah, I would think. All right, into our final heat. We got Manchester Memorial, Bedford, Pinkerton, and Wyndham. And, of course, what makes that super interesting is Bedford just has to finish 4th in order to win it all.
What do we have there? Some 138? That just won?
Yeah,
all right.
138.07. So as long as Bedford beats that, and, of course, the times, I'm looking at the times here, so they don't really give us anything because they're 160 times. But Pinkerton and Wyndham have run faster than Bedford has. So I don't want to say as long as they come in 4th in this heat, but it's pretty much as long as they come in 4th in this heat. Because this heat's 2 seconds faster than the last heat. Did Bedford grab Redmond? No.
I don't see him.
No. For a second, I thought I did.
They have a lot of good
sprinters.
sprinters.
He hasn't lost yet.
Work some of the magic.
Run him. Here we go. As I decapitate myself, stepping on my headset cord. All right. Pinkerton, then Wyndham into the handoffs. Bedford with a not great handoff.
Pinkerton. I think they're DQ'd for that one.
Pinkerton right now in 4th. They have to be first.
They went past the handoff zone.
They went outside the zone,
you
think?
They called it.
Oh, they called it?
Yeah, both of them.
Oh, that's not good. Wyndham with a great handoff. I'm guessing Pinkerton must have switched up their relay team quite a bit because their handoffs are not as crisp. This guy on their 3rd leg is flying, though. Wyndham takes the handoff first, then Pinkerton, Bedford, Memorial. So if that DQ stands and Bedford is rolling in 3rd right here, what did we say the time was?
138-ish.
So there's 134.
Yeah, they're good.
134.43 for Wyndham. 136.57 for Pinkerton if that holds. Bedford 137 and Memorial 139. So that should put Bedford in 2nd, right? What did we say that other time was? I wanted to say it was 138. 138?
I think that was the best time from the other heat.
138.0 from the other heat.
All right. Well, there we go. That concludes things. I wish I had an exact so we could do this. We have live results. I don't know how live results are for overall championships yet.
I'm not sure if they'll put the live team scores up just because they want to announce it.
Right. And I certainly don't want to say the wrong.
Yeah, Pinkerton did get DQ'd in that.
Pinkerton did what?
Get DQ'd.
So Pinkerton is out of that relay, and they needed that relay.
Yeah. I mean, Bedford had it either way, it looks like. And Portsmouth didn't score any points either, so I think Pinkerton should keep second place here.
Well, there was some pretty exciting races in there. We saw Bedford's team is pretty damn excited, so I'm guessing that means they won.
Yeah, so we do have final team scores here. It's Bedford winning with 60 points over Pinkerton 44, and then Portsmouth third with 43.
43. So Pinkerton and Portsmouth didn't score any points in those relays, and Bedford did to help secure what they had already done previous to that.
Yeah, if Portsmouth placed in that relay, then that zone violation would have cost Pinkerton second place.
Right. Then we have, for girls, we have Pinkerton with 75, Bedford with 57, and Dover. What does that say?
40.
40.
Yeah, great day for the Dover girls.
Yeah, Dover was really looking at kind of being the fourth place team, and they kind of spread everything out to give it a shot maybe for second. So pretty solid performance by them, and of course,
yeah, I mean, it was
McIntyre winning 1,015.
That's a lot of points
Redmond
right there.
winning the 1,015. I don't know if we do performers of the meet, but if we did, I'm picking them as mine.
Yeah.
You got another performer of the meet?
For the guys, would have to be Redmond.
I would say
that was impressive.
Yeah, it was.
Showed a lot of grit,
not only
mental
that,
strength.
He won by, it wasn't close either. He won
So,
both those races.
Dover had 40 points for third, right?
Who did?
Dover, the girls.
Yeah.
And then Concord 39, Portsmouth 38, South 37.
Oh, wow.
So
That's
that
tight
is
in there.
a pretty good battle there for third.
How'd it look? Pretty good?
Did.
All right, so that is the Division I State Championship for 2023.
We'll be back in the afternoon for Division II.
Yeah, so if you're watching this one, check in a few hours. We'll have the D2 one live as well.
Probably be slurring people's names even worse than we do now by then.
Yeah, it just gets worse as the day goes on.
All right.
My name is Carly Morris. I was an athlete for Alton Central School. My favorite sport was basketball. Had great coaches all the years through who really taught me integrity and loyalty and trust. One of my best memories of playing basketball in high school was the summer of my sophomore year. I was chosen along with some other New Hampshire athletes to go overseas and play in Holland at a college campus over there. It was exciting, nerve-wracking all at the same time. This jersey is meaningful to me because this is what I got to wear representing USA as a high school student. It was an amazing experience. If I didn't have sports to fall back on, I mean, who knows where I would have, ended up, what direction I would have taken.
It seems like leaders were destined to be so. Born with confidence, blessed with talent, graced with wisdom. That's how they might seem, but it's not how they're made. Leadership takes practice and discipline and critical thinking. It's not a gift, it's a choice, and it starts here. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
start high school. I played soccer since I was about 5 and track and field middle school through high school. This is my varsity letter for soccer with my pin. Sports was everything. I was very shy and timid. I don't think without sports I would have gained the confidence that I do now. But it taught me patience. You had to be patient. You had to practice and practice. You wanted to get that goal or wanted to get to the finish line before everyone else. We've got my middle school and high school broken records. The first one here is the 200 meter. I broke this in 2009, so my freshman year, and it has my time. And then the next one that we have is the mile. This was also freshman year, and the time to go along with it. Huge impact in my life, learning that you're gonna fail before you succeed.
We all need medical care, expert medical care. That's why you need Convenient MD. Our state-of-the-art facilities give you access to leading local physicians and medical teams 7 days a week. When you need medical care, it's not just about being there.
It's about raising the bar.
It's about peace of mind.
Our focus is you.
Because that's the way it should be.
Convenient MD, putting quality back into healthcare.